Okay, yeah, this is Crowd in the Fantasy League, and this is our Week 10 preview show and our Week 9 kind of recap. And we're going to be on Spotify this week, so that's exciting. You
Very
can
exciting.
listen to us in the car, on your walk, whatever way you listen to your podcasts, and yeah, instead of just seeing all our shorts and everything pop up on Instagram and TikTok, you can listen to us on Spotify. That's good stuff. Going to change it about this week. We're going to start with our streaming options for the week, which I know a lot of people need a lot of streaming help. More injuries, elbows pointing the wrong way, and an ACL is being torn, and all this kind of stuff that Thomas will get to in his A&E in a bit. But yeah, let's start into it. If you paid attention last week and picked up Colson Loveland, you know.
Oh, I did.
Oh,
I did.
you did very well.
Very, very much.
26.8 points, and he looks fast.
Oh,
and
he looks brilliant.
He looks so good.
Yeah.
So if he's still available and you're missing Tucker Craft, then just pick up Colson Loveland. That's an easy one.
14-person league as well. I got him in. Unbelievable.
So good.
Thank you very much.
This was an interesting stat I had because Jamire DK, who I suggested people stream last week, I still think is a decent streaming option. He's a really good streaming option in a league where they reward you for special teams touchdowns. They reward players for special teams touchdowns. He has the most all-purpose yards in the league, non-quarterback, but the most all-purpose yards in the league, and it's not even close. It's like he has like 1,500 yards, and like the next is like 1,200. He has tons of. He has over 1,000 kick return yards this year, and he had a 67-yard punt return touchdown at the weekend against the Chargers. So he's scary good on special teams.
Very good. Go ahead and get him.
Yeah, I had that written down. I'd take that. So yeah, just didn't have a great game receiving last week, but that'll come. I think. Although with the Titans, who really knows?
You say eventually there's gonna be a game there.
Yeah. It depends what they do with Calvin Ridley. If he survives the trade deadline, obviously it affects everybody there. But if he gets traded, then
there's
DK
a lot more
and
upside.
Ayamana and stuff like that become really valuable. Especially if like a Conco or something gets traded as well, then all of a sudden it's wide open, tons of targets. But streaming options. So quarterback's really dire this week, really dire. So if you're struggling with the Daniels injury or whatever, or bye weeks coming up, then there's not a lot there for you. But Bryce Young, decent option. He has not been good fantasy-wise this year, but he's against the Saints. So at home against the Saints, he's been showing flashes this season that he might be a competent quarterback. So yeah, you just hope that against a really bad Saints team.
Yeah, it's all matchup based there. That's what you're going on. But
yeah,
if you're really struggling, yeah.
But of course, Rico Dowdle could just rush for 250 yards, and Bryce Young never throws a pass.
That is very possible.
That wouldn't be good. Well. But yes, and JJ McCarthy is out there. So he obviously showed a lot of flashes against the Lions last week. He's available in 25%, or he's taken in 25% of leagues. So he's available in 75% of leagues. And yeah, if he continues to flash, he's against the Ravens, who are a stronger defense than we thought they were before.
It's just because Jackson's back. He's brought that team back from the dead.
Even with Jackson there, like through the first 4 games of the season, they were conceding over 35 points a game. So something's clicked there. I don't know what it is, but
I see. It was somebody was talking that it was something maybe to do with the way they're using Kyle Hamilton. So Kyle Hamilton was on elite level, like pass rushing safety last year, but he wasn't. He was being used a lot in coverage this year. But what they kind of did was they started to play too high with different guys with a couple of other safeties, and just freed him up just to rush the passer on almost every down, and that just generated loads of pressure. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's the answer. But we'll see there. I think did they trade away Jair Alexander as well?
I think so. Maybe. That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Running back wise is even worse. So if Quinshon Judkins is out, which keep an eye on that during the week if he's out, then consider Jerome Ford if he's available. But Dylan Sampson, if he's out, he's only taken in 20% of leagues, so he should be available. But only if Quinshon Judkins is out, because he's trending towards playing this week. So if he plays, then yeah, Sampson's not startable. And Terrell Jennings, he got a decent amount of touches for the Patriots. He got a touchdown, which is good. And they're still not using Trayvon Henderson all that much, so it still seems like a committee, even with Stevenson out and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, if Jennings continues to get touches there, he's potentially streamable in a flex spot, but it's really bad. If you're needing running backs this week, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're going up against a tough run defense
Going up
as
against the
well.
Bucks
Going
as
up
well.
against the Bucks.
So yeah, there's not really anything there.
Jair Alexander went to the Eagles.
He was traded from the Ravens to the Eagles.
How on earth do they get away with this?
And Jalen Phillips
Like,
as
how
well
on
went to the
earth do the
Eagles.
Eagles do this every single year?
Every year.
Like, give someone just a bag of peanuts and get some top defensive players. And
It's because,
what is going
like
on?
Alexander hasn't played well for a few years now, and he obviously wasn't clicking with the Ravens. But you just know that that's the kind of move that works for the Eagles every year. Like Jalen Phillips, again, going from the Dolphins to the Eagles, hasn't been playing particularly great, but I bet you he gets a handful of sacks for the Eagles. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Wide receiver wise, if Troy Franklin's still there, pick up Troy Franklin. If you're really struggling at wide receiver, pick up Troy Franklin. He seems to be like top or second in targets for that team every week.
Really good matchup this week as well.
Yeah, the Broncos' offense is up and down, but they had a tough matchup last week against the Texans. As Adam said, they're going into a soft matchup on Thursday night now against the Raiders.
Yeah.
So pick up Franklin, bank on him maybe getting a deep touchdown, but he'll probably still get 5 to 10 targets. And against the Raiders secondary, that could be enough.
And it's the big playability out of that with that offense as well.
Absolutely.
I'll be starting them in one of my leagues this week.
And talking big playability as well, with Tucker Kraft going down, a number of different people become interesting. But Christian Watson, coming back from injury, has started to really develop in that offense. He's only owned in 33% of leagues. And he has a tough matchup against the Eagles this week, but then he gets a soft matchup against the Giants next week. So he could even be like a pick up and stash and just wait for those good matchups coming up. But yeah, he looks good. And Darius Slayton, if he's available, he was, I think, the top targeted receiver for the Giants this week. They've got to target somebody. They've got a lot of injuries, but yeah, they're against the Bears. If the Bears play as badly as they did against the Bengals, then there's upside there. Mm-hmm. Again, this is if you're really looking deep dives for your flex position. Like, why not take a shot on Darius Slayton? He's only owned in 28% of leagues as well. Tight end, this is the one that Nathan's curious about because Tucker Kraft on
God love you
on his team tore an ACL out for the year.
Two leagues.
Two leagues. Dalton Schultz goes up against that Jags team that just gave up a ton of yards and touchdowns to Brock Bowers. Okay, Dalton Schultz isn't Brock Bowers, but Dalton Schultz got a ton of targets last week. I don't know if you can bring up how many targets he got last. I think he got like 10 targets or something last week.
I can get that now for you. Got 8 targets.
8 targets.
6 receptions, 77 yards.
77 yards. So, and that's against a tough
that was against a really good defense.
Broncos team. If it's a lot depends on Devin Lloyd for the Jags. I know people don't follow the Jags, so I'm just spouting nonsense, but Devin Lloyd's a really good cover linebacker. Foye Oluokun is not a very good cover linebacker. So if Oluokun and Miller are in, then tight ends are just going to have a field day. If Devin Lloyd's in, the tight ends are going to struggle. So it depends a lot on that, but he's only owned in 29% of leagues. He's worth a shot. He's at the very least going to get a lot of targets, even if it's Davis Mills playing quarterback, which it might well be this week after that concussion. Again, this will be the fantasy A&E, but yeah, that's not a nice concussion.
No.
And Luke Musgrave, of course, we've got to prey on injuries. The Tucker Kraft injury opens up Luke Musgrave, the tight end for the Green Bay Packers. He is owned in 0% of leagues. Nobody seems to own him. Nobody seems to own him in 12 team leagues. So in 8-team leagues, 10-team leagues, he'll definitely be sitting there available. They're against the Eagles this week, which is again a tough matchup. But at the end of that game against the Panthers, and that was not a good offensive performance by the Packers in that game. He had 3 targets on the last drive alone. So you're just looking for those targets. If you're really struggling at tight end, then you can do a lot worse than somebody getting 3 targets in one drive. And then defenses. I talked about the Panthers D a few weeks ago when they were playing against the Jets. They were a good streaming option then. They're playing against the Saints this week. Tyler Shuck, who doesn't seem to be able to throw the ball beyond like 10 yards. They only just got past 200 yards of offense in that game, and a lot of that was garbage time kind of stuff. A lot of that was actually Taysom Hill kind of stuff. Weird flexy Taysom Hill plays that everybody knows about. So yeah, I would look for the Panthers D, who played very well against the Packers, to have another good week this week, and then the Jets and Browns. I don't know what else you're going to play on in that game if you don't look at the defenses and just go like,
whoa.
The Jets
in their last game scored 39 points. Come on.
Well, the Jets for me were a streaming option before they traded away two of their best defensive players. So they might not be a streaming option against the Browns, but it's still the Browns. So they're probably still a streaming option.
Yeah, but it's just saying the Browns is a streaming option. That's why I'm going, whoa.
The
39-point Jets.
The Browns have been
I know we're playing the Bengals.
really good on defense recently. The Browns have been really good for fantasy as well. They've been fantastic on defense. So as bad as the Browns are, most of their problems are on the offensive side of the ball. Their defense seems great.
I believe we're going up the rankings. We got this. Why are you shaking your head?
So if we see the Justin Fields that stunk up like Tottenham Stadium rather than the Justin Fields that lit up the Bengals, then I think it'll be a good week for the Browns defense. Could be wrong.
I hope you're wrong.
Put a wee like
purposely
pint
not going
bet
to
on
pick
that
the
one.
Browns defense, even if I have to. No defense.
But that is pretty much it. I mean, streaming at this time of the season is just tough, tough. But if you're in a streaming position with tight ends and defenses, a lot of people are. There's worse options. The one I've listed. So.
I like the Troy Franklin one. I can't believe only 54% of the leagues he's owned.
Yeah,
because that is such a high-powered offense.
Yeah,
that is huge.
As I say, he's usurped Courtland Sutton in terms of targets. So if he keeps on getting that level of targets from Bo Nix.
Bo Nix has had, in his first 25 starts, this was before the Texans game to be fair, in his first 25 starts, 52 throwing touchdowns, which is more than any quarterback ever in the NFL.
That's a good stat.
Ever.
That's a good stat.
So that's the guy who's thrown to Troy Franklin. The guy that's breaking all kinds of records.
I think the problem is that he shares the ball. There's nothing he makes a good quarterback, but fantasy is a bit annoying.
Yeah, and Marvin Mims did miss the last game as well. I'm not sure whether he's going to be available for Thursday night. If he's still out, then Franklin's much more valuable. If he's back in, as you say, Bo Nix they spread the ball to so many different targets.
As you said, like if you're really, really struggling and he's still available, like absolutely go and get him.
Yeah, nearly half the leagues, and that's again 12-team leagues. So yeah,
I have him in a 14-team league, which I'm very happy about, and got him about 3 weeks ago. So this is going to be a good week, hopefully, with him. But then I say that he'll probably get a big fat zero. But anyway,
right. Hopefully, I give Thomas enough time there.
we are ready to go. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll start off with
A&E.
Fancy A&E. Now there's some big names on this week, but here we go. Let's fly through it. Okay, so Chicago Bears tight end Cole Kmet concussion was ruled out against Cincinnati. Cincinnati Bengals running back Sanjay Perine ankle was ruled out against Chicago. Green Bay Packers tight end, I know we talked about this, Tucker Kraft, he is now out with an ACL injury, so he is gone for this season. And wide receiver Matthew Golden Shoulder was ruled out, both those against Carolina. In the Houston game, CJ Stroud went out with a concussion, was ruled out against Denver. That looked brutal, actually. That's going to be a time recovery one. That was
it's a late slide. It's one of those things that they've been talking about. It's one of the things that the Texans called Lawrence out on last year when they knocked him out.
I think if you're a QB and you're going to run, you need to go down a couple of seconds before someone's going to hit you. You can't wait until
he went down so late.
Yeah, but it's like every QB does this. Like, Josh Allen did it against the Chiefs. Did you see his little flop he did to try and draw penalties? Did you see that?
Not like he's like 6'5" and just like built like a tank.
Yeah, but he just sort of went down and someone touched his helmet and he's like, going all over the show.
He didn't do any
absolutely. He did. Of course he did.
He was just protecting himself.
He was not. He was milking it. But I think they need to go down
a
lot quicker. But that CJ Stroud injury, that was like a Tua sort of level of head contact. So that was that one as well.
Yeah.
Then Jags wide receiver cornerback Travis Hunter, he will undergo examination by a team doctor and that was due yesterday, so I haven't got the updates on that. But
He has avoided tearing his ACL.
So
he's
on IR.
It just
but
depends what.
And then wideout Brian Thomas with an ankle injury did not return as well. Now, I know I don't talk about sort of other players, but this is a big one for the Chargers. Offensive tackle Joe Alt, their superstar tackle is, so that's going to impact.
It's huge for Vidal. It's huge for Herbert.
Exactly, terrible. And that's one of the things as well. LA Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua, who did not return in exiting the third quarter. He's actually okay, and Sean McVay said he could have returned.
I thought he did come on for like a player or two at the end of that game. Like he's a weird player. Very physical.
Erred on the side of caution, which is another thing that other teams should have done, of erring on the side of caution. Minnesota Vikings running back Aaron Jones' shoulder did not run against Detroit. Jones suffered an AC joint sprain, but they believe it's kind of minor as well. So
he was having a good game as well.
He was having a great game, and who's the backup they have?
Jordan Mason.
Still just bang average. You're not.
Yeah, he's
it's
he's
not
been
even
a disappointment this year.
Yeah, it's not even someone you're like, oh, I'm going to pick him up because I've now got a starting running back. He's not great.
Yeah, he's personally upset me this year.
He is a running back number 2 at its finest, and he's never going to go up from there because he doesn't want to.
Emphasis on number 2. Yep.
And then, unfortunately, the Pats wide receiver, Booty, his hamstring and was ruled out against Atlanta, so you need to watch out for that. It's a hamstring. So
how long for that is? I have him in 2 leagues.
It's gonna
not a hamstring injury.
A hamstring one's one of those ones that's gonna be a while until he's fully. I know,
man.
Like you've got like Igbuka who went down. He had a hamstring injury and he was back after a week.
It depends. It depends on the grade of it. They'll go and look at it.
I think there was somebody else who went down with a hamstring injury. Was it one of the other big wide receivers? Was it Terry McLaurin who went down with a hamstring? And he was out for weeks and weeks and still out.
Yeah, it's one of those at this stage in the season, it could, depending on the grade of it, be a season ender.
I mean, we're on the last one now, but like this team should just write off their season and just bench everybody. Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels suffered a really bad arm injury against the fourth quarter in Seattle.
Elbows aren't supposed to do that.
No, they are really not. Wide receiver Luke McCaffrey's shoulder was ruled out as well, and they also lost their safety Marshawn Lattimore as well. So like that team took a beating. I don't even know why you have Jaden Daniels in at that stage of the game.
Did you hear Dan Quinn talk about it?
And he's saying,
he held his hands up.
Yeah, he's like, we had a couple of plays where he wasn't meant to run with the ball, but yeah, he's a running QB, so he saw some space.
Well, I think they were saying it was more so in mind, like there's still 12 and a half minutes left in the game. Bigger comeback, well, not bigger comebacks, but big comebacks have happened this season and can happen.
Yeah.
So if you just run one more play and they get a touchdown, then you might be back in the game in some shape or form. But pretty much he said if they didn't do anything on that drive, then he would have been pulled from the game.
Well, they went in reverse on that drive.
I think that's one of those things. I'm never critical on a team keeping players in the game, because at the end of the day, that's what they're there to do. They're there to play, particularly with that length of time left in the game. And it's one of those injuries you can't predict that injury. You can't prepare for that injury. He could have
suffered that injury in the first quarter. He could have suffered it in the first minute or anything
like
that.
It could be like Travis Hunter, where he injures himself in a non-contact in training.
In a non-contact thing. But the thing is like, how physical the sport is. You know how much your players are going to get, like, just die and get hit. You're 30 odd points down at that stage.
Yeah, what was the score at that point? Do you know?
30-7.
30-7. Yeah, 31 points down.
Yeah.
You need 4 TDs and a field goal to tie.
No,
is there an argument to be made to try to get the offense going again, like to build some confidence again instead of completely getting blown out? I don't know.
Take the loss, bench your players, things like that. Teams do it when they're winning. They realize there's no.
Is it also a case, and I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later as well, where the NFL wants to put out a good product. We saw like what baseball did with the World Series, putting out a fantastic product for seven games straight, and the NFL a lot in recent weeks in particular has been putting out a bad product. It's blowout after blowout. It's bad teams playing bad football.
Yeah.
And is there an argument there to say there's a bit of pressure saying you need to keep your best players in order to give us entertainment. We want to see Jaden Daniels, so we don't want to see Marcus Mariota throwing passes
Yeah,
on your Monday night football game
yeah, and if you take Jaden Daniels off with like 12 and a half, 13 minutes to go,
or Sunday night football games.
then there's no interest from the audience
Yeah.
at that point.
But
Like, everybody
you're
just
30,
switches
you're
out.
38-7 down. There's no interest anyway at that
Yeah.
point.
It's
You know, at least you can
it's true,
come
but he
back
might have
and
like an
fight.
electric play or
At
something.
least you
I
can
don't know.
come back and fight another day, or not take the risk of not being able to come back and fight another day.
Yeah, because now you're going to be watching Marcus Mariota for
Yeah.
weeks.
To
Exactly.
be fair, Mariota's played pretty well in
See-
some games he's been there.
But
When
he's-
they beat the Chargers, for example, 27-10.
But he's no Jaden Daniels.
He did play well. He actually played pretty well against the Chiefs for the first half there.
No, well,
Like, they were pretty
for-
competitive, so I don't think it's an absolute disaster, but yeah, there's...
I didn't have him on my streaming options this week. Marcus Mariota.
Did you
You'll
not?
notice now.
Because he's a former Titan by any chance, or
No, it's
Not
just 'cause
even
he's
that,
not
'cause he's
he-
not
he,
good.
He doesn't interest me at
Yeah.
all, Marcus Mariota. I don't.
because he's
I don't
not a
know.
Colt? He's still a Colts fan this week?
The Colts could probably do something with Mariota. To be honest, look what they've done with Daniel Jones.
True, actually.
Let's see, but yeah, it's grim. Hard to say any this
yeah,
week.
it's a tough one. But we do have some winners and losers. Yeah, so I'm going to go for the big winners. Let's go Caleb Williams and Drake London.
Oh.
Like, they put up massive points. Massive
And
points.
Drake London have been struggling for a
Yeah,
few weeks. So
exactly.
That's
This
big.
is his,
That's a big
like,
deal.
you know, he was drafted quite high in leagues. This is him finally hitting
Yeah.
payday for the people who picked him up and been playing him and been disappointed
Yeah,
week after week after week. This is huge.
Yeah.
And hopefully a sign of better things to come. Caleb Williams smashed out of the park. I mean, you know, play anybody against that Bengals defense, because that is the worst. It is statistically the worst defense in the last 25 years.
And that's saying something, because
yeah.
I think last year they were statistically the worst defense.
Yeah, in the last
They just
25
keep on
years.
breaking their own records.
Yeah. But they are like year after year,
At least
week
it's not
after
the Jets
week,
breaking records
the
this time.
worst defense. It
Yeah.
is.
No, it's they were talking about this again on, I think it was Heat the Call. They were talking about this and saying like it's cultural at this point. Like the amount of tackles that they're missing, there's something like there's like 55 missed tackles more
Yeah.
than the next worst team.
Yeah.
And when you watch some of those teams as well, there's some really bad tackling teams.
The Loveland TD at the end, like how many tackles did he slip through? 3 or 4?
There's a freeze frame of like the perfect way you want to do that play is like a low high hit when he catches the ball. So he catches the ball, somebody hits him low and somebody hits him high, and you're like, well, that's a play dead.
Yeah.
And he breaks both those tackles.
Yeah, breaks both those tackles and runs it in for a game-winning TD.
And I know that I'm talking up Loveland and thinking like
Yeah.
he's like Thor or something like that, but he shouldn't get out of that. He should be
No,
tackled,
he
he should
should
be
never
brought to
get
the
out of
ground, and they should be scrambling in order to spike the
It's
ball.
not,
Yeah.
it's not just the two guys around him. There's another guy in that area
Yeah.
as well.
And
Like
who's
he
coming
gets
in-
through 3 of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, he breaks through 3
That's
tackles
just
to get to
ridiculous.
that last winning.
And this is a tight end sprinting off to the house from like 40 yards out. It is terrible.
He is quick, Lou. He is quick.
Did you see him where he runs into the end zone and then runs back celebrating to the sideline like all the way down at halfway again, and then realizes that they're going for 2 and sprints all the way back to the huddle for the 2 point, and then I think he gets targeted on the 2 point conversion. I was like, this is
Fair
nuts.
play.
This is
What a man.
just wild.
This guy is
But-
nuts. He's
no,
a different level of athlete.
But there's something going on. I mean, we said this earlier. Bengals, you can't pay your offense 200 million and then leave nothing on defense and expect to get good results. You know, you've got to get some investment in there. You got to change things around. I don't know if this is, the head coach's last year. Like, what can he do? I mean,
doesn't that just show the difference like between them and a franchise like the Bills or the Chiefs? Like Mahomes and Allen can make guys that are mediocre look like weapons.
Yeah.
And this is what we talk about, like top tier quarterbacks, guys you want in your franchise. To be fair, Burrow is one of those, but they just invested far too heavily in stuff outside him. Like if he is the guy, then just believe that Jamar Chase is more than enough then.
yeah.
And you
Yeah.
get other
Like,
guys around
You
him
don't, you don't
who
need to,
compensate.
you don't need to give T Higgins a massive
Yeah.
payday. You need, shore him up with some players, like some decent enough players around him, but you don't need to have.
Like Josh
You don't
Allen,
need to break the bank.
like Josh Allen used Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid. He uses tight ends brilliantly, but he's using guys like Coleman and Shakir. He's
Yeah.
making Shakir look like a wide receiver number 1.
Yeah, the Coleman draft pick's looking looking worse as time goes by as well, because he's definitely not a 1. Like, they drafted him hoping
Oh yeah,
that, we'll at least get a rookie contract where we've got like an elite level receiver at rookie contract, but they don't even have that.
Yeah.
So he's just making stuff happen.
but Shakir,
Honestly.
for example, has. So yeah, maybe not Coleman, but Shakir has more yards after the catch than anybody else in the league other than Jamar Chase this year. So that shows something good about him, but it also shows his quarterbacks throwing to him in the right spots as well.
Yep.
You know, he's making that receiver look good. So why would the Bengals not have trusted Joe Burrow to do that with somebody like him?
Yeah,
But
two elite wide receiver contracts is a
No, it's wild. You're paying two first string wide receivers. That's what you're paying. That's what you're paying for. You're paying
wide receiver 1s.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
It's just
30 plus million a year.
absolutely wild.
crazy.
But
anyway.
then final winner, and this is one that he's not the highest scoring. There's people that outscored him, but I quite like this one. Marvin Harrison.
I like
He
this
finally got a couple of TDs. He actually had a good game. And is this the Kyler Murray experiment over? Is this
Seems to be, doesn't it?
like
Just
Jacoby
keep
Brissett?
Brissett in there and see what
just
happens.
keep Brissett in there. Like Kyler
Confident
Murray
quarterback.
clearly has no rapport with Marvin Harrison. There's nothing good between them.
Yeah.
He just scrambles and runs for his life the entire time because he can't. He's too short to play under center. He can't see over the O-line.
That is a problem.
He's having to sort of try and
this
get.
is a bit like the two
get through.
argument.
Yeah,
he's
this
too
is
short.
He's
to
too
see
short
over
to see
people.
over. Yeah, and like get Brissett in there. Brissett looks
Brissett,
great. Yeah.
He makes him a better team.
Yeah.
He definitely does.
You could probably get a good trade for Kyler Murray as well. Like, there's teams that are going to need a decent enough QB next season.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
more,
Adam,
more
but
of
the
an
Jets-
off season. It's
yeah,
more of an
the
off
Jets-
season.
the Jets
the
would be one of
Raiders,
those. The Browns,
Browns,
the Dolphins, maybe if Tua's moving on
Yeah.
somewhere. Like they're trying to get rid of that contract. Yeah, you've got plenty of options. There.
plenty of
Like,
options that are someone will pick Kyler Murray up and take the remainder. of his
somebody will
contract.
definitely
I
pick him.
cannot see Tua being shifted for the
No.
for the contract. Nobody's going to take on that contract,
No.
and if they cut him, it's 92 million in dead cap.
Yeah, but I think you just.
Would
I think you just.
take him, or would that be loads of dead cap?
No, because
You just fire. You just
the
fire
Trevor Lawrence dead cap's
McDaniels.
even worse. Don't even get me started on that dead cap. If we move on from Trevor after this year, no, we're stuck with Trevor for 4 years.
Oh, bad. What's this
Just-
thing about bad teams, Matthew?
Bad teams stay bad.
Teams stay bad. and
Just-
that's it. And the Jags will be bad until they're good.
Just-
And that's like
I
the game
love
at
that saying.
the game at the weekend is like the biggest indication of that. It's like we had 3 points in that first half. It was a good 3 points because it was right at the end of the half.
NFL record.
And yeah, we've got to bring this up as well. NFL record 68-yard field goal by Cam Little.
What a man.
Woo.
You did predict that was probably going to happen.
Little man with a big leg.
Pretty
What a
good.
guy.
It's
He
pretty
had
good.
missed his last two from over 50 as well.
He's
Mm-hmm. Third time's a charm.
Back to Brissett and Kyler Murray. Yes, Kyler Murray experiment could be over.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett averages over 265 passing yards a game while he's starting. Kyler Murray's less than 220. So you're talking a 45 plus yard difference to a team, which is almost like a full drive from where you're being situated up the field. So you're pretty much adding on 3 or 7 points each week.
Yeah.
And let's face it, their running back situation is not good. They've lost their top two. And so they need to throw the ball. They've got McBride, they've got Marvin Harrison. Okay,
Bam Knight's not the guy. He's not the guy.
No, after we hyped him up, and I played him in a lot of leagues as well.
I was feeling it last week, but after seeing him take 11 touches and do diddly squat with it, then I'm feeling it a lot less now, particularly against the Cowboys who are leaving wide open gaps everywhere. And
I think you had Bam Knight in the Crowd in the Mic League against me as well. didn't you?
I had him everywhere I could get him at him.
Same.
And it didn't
And,
work
and,
out.
I
went-
lost quite a few matchups.
I went big on him as well. But actually, speaking of that, we do have fancy losers.
Oh,
And I'm not going to talk about Bam Knight.
good.
And you know what? I'm sick of talking about Tua because I could talk about him every week. So the fantasy losers. So this one I'm going to go Vidal. We hyped him up. We said he was going to be the top player this week.
Egg on our face.
We put him in our team of the week. And not only did he only get 3 points,
We could have picked anybody.
We could have picked anybody. We could have
Any running
picked
back.
Christian McCaffrey. You know,
I
even
did
if-
bring up
yeah,
Christian
yeah,
McCaffrey's
we
name
did.
last
Yeah,
week, and you
you
guys
did.
were like, "Oh
Yeah.
no, Vidal."
No,
Vidal's
Vidal.
the
Yeah,
guy.
here we go.
No.
But then also, like, with that injury on Alt, the outlook looks grim. Like, I don't think he's going to get any better. I don't think that Chargers team is going to become very, very pass heavy to try and just get the ball
It
and
is.
ship it
Yeah, just
quickly.
put the ball in Herbert's hands.
So I think his stock is going to go way down, not just because of this one thing, but because of the injuries and the O line and everything.
When's
like that
Hampton
I'd
due
agree
back
with
as
that.
well? I'd be interested to see
Yeah.
when Hampton's due.
Hampton should be due back in a few weeks.
Probably talking about
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know exactly, but
Once he comes back, he was great before the end.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, Vidal will be on the bench after that.
But
And-
then again, is his stock down anyway?
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then, another one, DK Metcalf. Let's face it, he only had 1.6 points. He sort of let a lot of people down there. That is not what you're expecting for pretty much a top
Especially when
pick.
the Steelers did well. Too.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Steelers did well. He just didn't get the ball.
Yeah.
No. The worst one than that is Roma Dunze. What did Roma Dunze?
0. He
Big
had
fat
on
0
three,
points.
three
Dunze had
targets.
some 0.
3 targets.
They
0.
scored what was it? 47 points.
40
They
47
scored
points.
47 points. He had 3 targets and didn't catch a ball.
Caleb Williams had 37.7 fantasy points.
Yeah.
Roma Dunze had 0.
That is wild.
DJ Moore had over 20. I have DJ Moore
He
and Roman
passed-
Dunze in a dynasty league, and I chose a Dunze.
And DJ Moore passed a
Big
for a touchdown
fat
as well.
Like it, yeah.
DJ Moore. So
It was
yeah,
great seeing that rack up on my bench. It was brilliant.
But a Dunze was just running right down the field to air. It was terrible.
I like the Metcalf one with the losers because the Steelers. I'm just all. I love stats. The Steelers 35% of the time line up with 3 tight ends. That's a lot more people in the center that Aaron Rodgers is dumping off to. Aaron Rodgers at one point was averaging 2.4 yards per pass by the time they were catching the ball to his
And
receivers.
this is what I was talking about before
DK
the week.
Metcalf
Yeah.
is not going to get deep balls.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's the big play guy that he was in
Yeah.
thingy, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers has got the arm for it.
If you look
No,
at
he
DK
hasn't.
Metcalf's
You're right.
one big touchdown this year, it was one in Dublin, and it was like a 5-yard pass that he took
just-
like
Yeah,
90
to the
yards.
house.
So
Yeah.
you're relying on big plays
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
And then the final one, and this is just because nobody is ever going to sub this guy. Nobody's going to sort of think about flexing him or pick someone else and let a lot of teams down. Okay, he's allowed an off week.
Yeah,
He's
one
allowed
off
one
week.
off week,
One
but
off
that's
week.
it. He's never allowed it again for the rest of the season. He was on for a record-breaking year. Jonathan Taylor, 6.7 points. I mean, that Colts offense was just not great. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
That's
It was wildly disappointing. But yeah, Jonathan Taylor.
I
leading the
think
side
we
down.
all have Jonathan Taylor in some
In
way.
some
I
league,
I
yeah.
have him in 2. I know you have him in
You
1.
know,
I've got him in 1, yeah.
You've got him in 1.
know
so
who
we all
I-
face that
And I
disappointment.
never would have even thought of
Do you
subbing
have
him.
him as well, Nathan?
You know who I would put
You
in?
don't?
Who I would put in as another loser? This is shining a light on the NFL. The sense of humor of refs. Did you see Rico Dowdle
I
score a
did.
touchdown
Yes.
against the
The 3
Packers?
bumps.
There was
And
two
and
bumps.
he did the Hingle McCringleberry
Yeah.
Key and Peele sketch.
Yeah.
He did the 2 pumps and stopped before the 3rd, and he still got flagged. And so the refs have no sense of humor, and they missed the extra point.
but
because
They
of it.
said
But
they're
it's-
going to have to do a new sketch now.
Yeah, it's 2, but it was only 2 pumps.
It was only 2
It was
pumps.
only 2 pumps. The rule is 3. I don't know what's going on there. Now I've heard people
Absolutely
saying,
no crack the refs.
I've heard people saying, well, actually there was an offensive lineman doing it as well. So that
multiple
was
pumps?
4 pumps technically.
What was I going
I'm
to
like,
say?
there's no way-
Did you
yeah.
hear Dowdle talking to the media after it, where he was like asked about it? Obviously, it's like you cost your team a point, all this kind of stuff, and he was going like, "Yeah, we had a team meeting about it this week, and I honestly thought it was good in the 2 pumps." They actually had a team meeting to discuss whether they could do the Hingle McCringleberry sketch. That's insane.
But that could have been so costly. Like, that's a
Yeah.
15-yard penalty in a game that ends up being 3 points
Yeah.
difference.
Oh yeah. They missed.
Like, that
I say they
completely-
missed the extra point because it was a really windy day and the wind was towards
Against
them.
them, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The wind was coming towards them in that kick, which is why the kick drifts off right and all this kind of stuff. Whereas when they kick the game winner, they've got the wind behind them.
Apparently, the Panthers won the toss and they purposely picked the side to start on because if it was to come down to a field goal
Mhm.
in the final quarter, they
Yeah.
wanted to be on the side that the wind was blowing.
Yeah, normally you choose.
Isn't that clever?
Normally you choose whether to get the ball or defer, but they actually chose the the end,
Mm-hmm.
and just in case it was a close game, and it
That
ended up
is-
working. So yeah,
It's amazing.
it's cool.
Yeah.
It is
that all
good.
your-
Good.
But they're
stuff.
the 3 fancy winners and losers. Just conversation pieces from fancy NFL.
Awesome. Right. No, that's fair enough. We'll
Like
motor on. I'll go over the starts and sits from last week quickly
it? Okay, go ahead.
because we were actually quite good starts wise last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We did have Matthew Stafford. We did have Stafford as a start.
Mm-hmm.
We had Mark Andrews as a start and a sit. but we're going to go with the start because he got
so-
15.6
so
points.
Sorry, who started him?
Adam had him as a start,
I did. I started him. Who sat him?
and Thomas, I believe.
Did I tip Stafford?
No,
No,
Mark Andrews.
Oh yeah, no, that was a terrible call. Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence. Again, I talked about the ultimatum last week. He didn't answer it. He did not answer the ultimatum. He actually threw really well. I just watched. I didn't actually see the end of the game because it was a blackout game on DAZN, so I didn't actually see it. But I just watched the game in 40 and watched the drives at the end of the game. And to your point with the Brian Thomas injury, it happens on the second to last drive at the end of the fourth quarter with the Jags still down, still needing a touchdown. He drives down the field without Brian Thomas, without Travis Hunter, with all these guys missing. He's thrown to Tim Jones, Hunter Long, all of these. He's thrown to absolute nobodies. He managed to still churn his way down the field, get a touchdown on that drive, turn down the field again after the Bars touchdown when they need the field goal, go down the field again, get in field goal range, then go down the field again in overtime and rush for a touchdown. It's like he actually put the team on his back with an illness, actually did something. So I liked that. I did not like the fact that we had 3 first half points and he didn't do anything in the first half and most of the third quarter. Actually, all of the third quarter.
And that's it. It seems to be a trend with the Jags. Like you start slow.
I don't know
Pretty
why,
much
because that's the scripted period of the game. That's when you should be good.
Yeah, your first 10 plays are all scripted.
Yeah, we were so poor in that first half, couldn't get anything going. But yeah, Trevor Lawrence didn't answer. But he did get 2 rushing touchdowns and was startable this week, 22 points.
He must have watched your video like at halftime.
Yeah. He saw the short coming in and he was like, "What's this guy saying about me?"
Oh, the ultimatum. Yes. Oh. Get you, Matthew.
Somebody explained that it's a joke related to the community as well. He was like, "Oh, have you seen that?" Yeah. So they showed him that as well. It was a whole thing.
And then his illness went away in the second half, and he done all that.
You kind of see when he dives. I don't like it when he does the over the top dive for the touchdown because that's the one that got knocked out against the Chiefs.
It's risky.
So he did that to win the game, and he kind of goes to like fist pump and like celebrate afterwards, and then he realizes that he's still sick, and he's like, "Oh, like just I'm gonna go off.
The adrenaline.
I'm gonna crawl into a corner. The defense are gonna take care of this, and yeah, I'm just gonna be sick."
What a finish that game as well. 2-point conversion to try to win it.
Hamilton batting that down. Otherwise, that is
Great
the
play.
most open 2-point conversion you will ever see. The Jags just leave this receiver at the back of the end zone, just like standing there waving his hands. But yeah. Anyway, we'll move on from Jags talk. I could talk Jags all night. But yes, I also had Joan Jennings and Colson Loveland as starts. They were both stars. Joan Jennings, I think, got a touchdown in that one.
Nice.
Saved him. Obviously, Colson Loveland, we know. At the start of the week, Colson Loveland, the guy. You streamed him. Brilliant. Nathan had Darnold, Diggs, and AJ Barner, who just about, again, he got a touchdown, I think, just to save you there. He got 10 points on the dot. But yeah, Stephon Diggs had a good game, despite the fact he didn't have that many points out of it, but he had a really good game against the Falcons. That was a good game in general. And again, kickers come into it in that Parker Romo missing the extra point in that one. 24-23 win for the Pats, and it's on.
Kickers, isn't it?
And we'll get it. I'm sure Adam will talk about the Patriots cheating later on as well.
Absolute scumbags.
Sits wise. So Adam, you had 5 right in total this week. So Bo Nix was just about a sit, 19.52, but against the Texans that was a good sit.
I'll take it.
Ted McMillan against the Packers, fair enough, 6.6. Yeah. And TJ Hawkinson, 8.1. Again, decent week, but still a sit.
Thank you. Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers, we've talked about the Steelers not being able to throw the ball deep. That's exactly what I thought would happen. Their defense dominated against the Colts, but Rodgers definitely didn't. 12 points and a sit. Alvin Kamara, don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on with Alvin Kamara.
He's just giving up points.
Yeah, because
I think like why, but this is the
me
thing.
and you sat on this week.
But I think this is the whole thing: is you don't want to play for a bad team. You don't want to put your body on the line for a losing season. Like what are you doing this for? Okay, you might get paid multiple millions.
Is he 29 or 30 or what is he?
I think he's 30.
Yeah.
But you might get paid multiple millions a year, but at the same time, do you want your career to end? Do you want to have like a life-altering injury? Do you want to do that?
for
Yeah.
him, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think-
he doesn't need to show off at this point.
I
in his
think he's
career.
got
Like, put
enough-
enough stuff on tape.
Yeah, he's got enough stuff on tape to say, actually, I'm well rested
Yeah.
because
So-
I
so
haven't played.
it's-
You know,
It's whether they turn that running game over to Devin Neal then, see what they've got.
Yeah.
There's a rookie running back that came in because you've already turned the keys to the offense over to
Yeah.
Tyler Shuck, who's a rookie quarterback as well.
if you're the Saints, you're going to try and get a trade for Alvin Kamara. You got to, like you're in
Yeah.
rebuild mode. You know he's out,
Which will change.
and there's plenty of people who are going to want a running back, a good running back.
It's a pretty hefty fee to take him on, though. And what is he, 30 now?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah.
Running backs don't have a high career expectancy, like life.
Sorry, Tom.
But if you-
life
if you-
expectancy.
Life expectancy?
Yeah.
but put him on
Like
on
a
a team.
horse with a broken
Yeah, it's like the
leg.
Grand
you just-
National over here. Jeez,
know.
Put him on
No,
a team
but, like,
that's
you'll-
missing like this piece for a Super Bowl run. You know,
Yeah.
Who does he go to?
The Chiefs have been floated out there
Yeah.
as a potential because the Chiefs are potentially a dynamic running back
Yeah.
away from another Super Bowl. But it's whether they have the cap room, whether they are willing to put that trade across. I don't know. I don't know enough about him.
I mean, interesting. Could he go in the Rams? I don't again cap room, but like you know,
Now, the Rams.
The Rams are
That's,
happy.
it's a position they're pretty well stacked at.
is it like Corum's not?
Kyron Williams had another really good game, and Blake Corum had a great game against the Saints. I don't know. I don't think you mess with that, especially when you're paying
No, I don't
Adams
think
and Nakua. Well, you're not paying Nakua
No,
yet, but you
that's-
will need to pay him.
That's a high-powered offense already. You don't need to tinker with that.
Chargers?
think.
Do you play around with that?
Maybe.
Again, it depends when Hampton's back, but yeah, and you're talking about the O-line troubles.
Yeah,
That you're going to send Kamara from one.
What terrible situation to another. Yeah,
I would agree that the Chiefs it would be
The
a
Chiefs is the
great
only
fit.
one that makes
it would be a
complete
great
sense.
fit. Mhm.
The other guys that we had right, so CJ Stroud and Bill, you got right, both very sittable this week. And yeah, you had Bo Nix as well as Adam and Deebo Samuel. So yeah, we've covered our bases there.
nice.
We're not going to go the Bam Knight route
No.
on that one either. But yeah, it was our number one teams thing that I wanted to talk about, which was disastrous. So number one team. Oh, just put it into perspective. So then the number one team this week
Yep, let's hear
was
it.
Caleb Williams,
Yep.
37.7 points.
Uh-huh.
You could have never have called that.
No.
Like that's
CMC, we've talked about it being brought up.
yeah.
Christian McCaffrey, 31.8 points.
Seems a wee bit
But
obvious.
it,
how we
yeah,
would
but
try
it's just
Drake
so
London.
on the nose, isn't it?
we were just
Drake
ready to
London,
shoot.
we wouldn't have
No,
gone
No,
for.
No.
34.3 points. That's a lot. Brock Bowers, 37.3 points. He was almost the highest scoring player in fantasy this week. It's crazy. 3 touchdowns against the
He hasn't
Jags,
done
of course.
anything
I-
this
and
season
yeah,
either,
again,
but I guess
and you just don't
Back
trust
from injury
Geno
and just-
Smith
Just target
Yeah.
12 targets, I think, in that game.
which is just absolutely wild. I think like the one we properly whiffed on was Christian McCaffrey, but again, it's 2 on the nose.
So
Like,
that was
I'm not
141. That was 141.1 points. That's the best you could possibly have done in that exercise.
which is
Okay.
So we're just gonna skip past what we got.
No, I'm gonna tell you what we got. We got
Oh goodness.
Matthew
just saying.
Matthew Stafford was the QB. He was the QB 8, so
Okay.
26.84. That wasn't the worst.
not bad.
That was respectable, yeah.
Kamani Vidal got 3 points against the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, that was
RB 44.
that was a bad call.
Jamar Chase 14.1 points. Not the worst.
Still
Wide
so-
receiver 17.
So we
Oh, that's not
pretty bad.
good.
we were like it's 2 on the nose with.
Oh yeah, we're not going to go CMC.
Yeah, we're not going to go CMC, but we're going to go
Jamar
Jamar Chase.
And Tyler Warren against the Steelers. Again, we thought that was a
yeah.
shoe-in. 5.1 points. Tight end 29.
Yeah.
We had 49.04 points. That is 35% of what we could have got.
Yeah, that is.
That's
That's-
pretty
So
bad.
we're going to try to do better this week.
I don't think we.
35% is the level to beat.
Do we want to do that exercise again,
Oh,
or do we just want to
I think-
trash
I want
that
to break
exercise?
50%.
Okay,
Come on,
okay,
let's
okay.
do
We'll
this.
do the
Come
exercise
on.
again. That's
Let's-
fine.
Let's do this.
Super quick. run through
Super quick. Let's go.
Yeah, we are-
Flacco.
We're behind.
Was it?
Oh, Joe Flacco. Oh, Adam, you throw out some names. That's-
Wait, what
Well,
was-
they're on the
wait,
bye, so we're not picking Joe Flacco.
It would do just well with that.
It would be ambitious. It would be ambitious.
Wait, what are we doing?
Do we think Bo Nix against the Raiders?
Yeah, get
Or
No.
or you can throw out there Caleb Williams against the Giants.
No.
Josh Allen against the Dolphins.
Ooh, Alan.
Yeah, you make it close.
Um,
Like what game's gonna be close? Because it was that's what made that. Two bad defenses.
I'm going to turn around and I'm going to throw this one out here as a potential, but I think either Baker Mayfield or Drake May. I think that game
Ooh.
could be a bit.
I don't think Drake May's going to have a big game, and I'll explain why.
He's
later.
got his bold predictions. So
So I'm vetoing Drake May.
we could go Baker, or we
Actually,
could go Lamar.
oh, you know who I'm thinking?
Who's Lamar against?
Sam Darnold against the Cardinals.
No, Cardinals
They're
Are
sneaky good.
are
defense.
sneaky good.
I
They
can't
are
reckon
sneaky
so.
good. I don't think so.
Right, come on.
I-
We're throwing out names quickly. Let's
next
get
is my vote.
okay. Bo next or Baker.
Baker.
Oh, next against the Raiders,
Against
guys.
the Patriots.
Oh, next against the Raiders.
I'm gonna go Bo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take.
It's because against the Raiders. Like.
I'm gonna take the shot. Running back.
Chris
I-
McCaffrey. Chris McCaffrey. Are we going to play this game
I-
again?
I
They're against
think-
the Rams.
I think-
Decent.
The Giants are they're on historic numbers against the run at the minute. Like it's 5.87 yards they're giving up per carry this season, which is the worst since
You're not gonna say
any.
Swift again because Swift didn't even play last.
No,
week.
no, but
Mononga.
Minnow
If he
That-
plays.
but that is
No.
the most average yards given up by a team since
176 yards last week
1966
for
on
Mononga.
average.
I'm going to say James Cook.
James Cook against the Dolphins. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Okay, I'll take James
Okay.
Cook.
Yeah.
You argued for that.
Yeah.
So as soon as he offered, I was like, yep.
I still think I could be right, but it's on camera.
It's
now that I said that.
a
So
it's a dream team. So
Yeah.
wide receiver. Come on.
wide receiver. We are
Hit me with some
going
good
to
matchups.
go. Let's go. Any Jets wide receiver? No, okay. Even I have to laugh at that.
The ultimate Roma Dunze bounce back game against the Giants.
Do you know what? It could happen. Oh my goodness, Matthew, I'm gonna let you go for this. So we go.
Wait, running back is this?
No, this is wide receiver. I'm going to say, and this is going to be a safe one, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Against
The-
the Commanders.
Yeah,
The Commanders.
Okay, yeah,
Go-
go for it.
Like
I'm
that
happy
Commanders
for it.
team, firstly, that Commanders team put
Just-
them out of the playoffs last year,
Yeah, they just lost Lattimore
and
as
they
well.
just lost Lattimore.
Yeah,
They're beaten.
I
They're
like it.
broken.
And this
I like it.
and we've got to remember, guys,
This
this
is
is
a
a
revenge
dream
game?
team.
Yeah.
We can go for the obvious picks. We're
I like
allowed
it.
to go for the obvious
I like
picks.
it. I like it. I'm
Bowers.
just going to say Trey McBride, even though he's up against a good defense, he seems to be on a roll at the minute.
Yeah, and
Well,
I
he's
think
up against the Seahawks defense, but or just Tyler Warren have a bounce back week against the Falcons.
I'm going to go Brock Bowers.
Going Brock Bowers against the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going to go Brock Bowers.
Toughy.
Sometimes the Titans do be better if the defense is good.
Bowers or
True.
Bowers or McBride. We'll leave it up to you, Nathan.
Bowers or McBride? You've got the final call. No pressure.
Bars.
You made the wrong call, but it's okay.
You said I had any choice.
I did say you had any choice, but like nudge,
Brock
wink, wink.
Bowers.
Like we usually choose the same.
I think I'm more confident about that this week than I was last
We
week.
were pretty
I
confident.
Yeah.
last
I
week.
was so confident last week.
I-
I thought we were going to be absolute gurus.
I think we're just going to bounce.
I thought
straight.
Fidel was going to have like 350 rushing yards last week.
We could do the starts at dilemmas, or we could just jump into your start game of the week.
I've got some
Because we're
dilemmas because
running
I need help.
Okay.
I've got like 3 leagues where I need support on. So the first one is this 8-person league. I've got 2 flex spots. The rest of my team's solid, so I don't need to put them in there. So it's running back, wide receiver, flexes. And this is who I've got to choose from with all the buys and everything like that this week. I've got Bam Knight, Henderson, and Pickens. What is the best 2 combo?
Well, you're not putting Bam Knight in there. We've just
But like it was that
we've
like
just
that was
signed-
his
We haven't
first.
even talked about Bam Knight. You can't even speak about
That
him.
was-
You're that disappointed in him.
But
And
like,
they're against the Seahawks this week.
But
Yeah,
the-
tough
I
matchup
really.
but
really
then
good
Henderson
defense.
is also in the committee against the.
against the Bucks.
against
That's
the
a
Bucks.
tough
So,
week.
like,
And
let's
who-
say-
who are the
And who else did
who
you
are the
say?
Let's say
Cowboys against this
Pickens.
week?
Pickens is in.
The Cowboys
Oh no,
are
no,
on
oh
the
no,
bye.
Pickens isn't in.
Higgins is on a bye, so there
There-
you are. There's your
somebody.
decision
There's
made.
somebody. No, there's somebody else. Sorry, I think I've logged this wrong. Sorry, Pickens is on a bye.
Unless Henderson fumbles, and then Pickens might be the better option.
I think there's a gradual progression there with Henderson. I do think there's going to be some fantasy upside.
They're giving
eventually.
goal line work to Terrell Jennings, so it's not ideal.
He'll break out at some point.
He'll break out.
I just really want him to have him in 2 leagues. Like, he's in a dynasty league with me. Come on, break out.
Oh no, I've just realised. No, it was Pickens. I just didn't realise he was on bye this week.
Okay,
yeah,
there you
that was
are.
my
There-
bad. Yeah, so it's Bam Knight and Henderson. There we go.
That was a really tough start.
Yeah,
to
that was
decision.
a tough one. Okay, next one.
Can I?
Daniel Jones or Joe
Well,
Flacco?
we've talked about this. Joe Flacco's on a bye. This
Joe Flacco's on
Is
a
he on a
bye
bye
week,
as
so,
well?
like,
What is going on?
you're killing us here.
What is going on?
Absolutely.
Hang
killing
on.
us.
Cut this entire.
Cut this entire segment. This one.
No,
but this,
plenty of shorts on this, please. I want them all out there.
this is
Patriots
horrendous.
fan
This
of the
one-
group and his knowledge.
this one, I actually did log the buys on this one.
Oh yeah, you've
Yeah.
written them. And
I've
one on
actually
is,
written it on this one.
So
I don't know.
why do you keep
One
on
on's a
saying
cowboy.
players that aren't going
I-
to be on the field?
No, as in the first two, I didn't write that. I just assumed they're both in.
Right, okay.
But here, do I play Daniel Jones? He was disappointing last week, or
Who's
should
your
I?
other option?
Well, anybody on the
Well,
waiver wire.
who
can
can
waiver
stream?
wire.
What league are we on here?
Let's see. Let me have a look.
Is
This
it-
is the. I think it's the Lomboide.
Right, let's look at
And
Lomboidi,
the
who's
Colts,
available.
and the Colts
Yeah,
are up against
Lomboid.
who this week?
Colts are up against the Falcons at home, so I'll have a wee quick look for
I think I would still
who is
start
available.
Jones.
Yeah.
I don't
There's-
imagine there being a
There's
lot.
Tua, there's Lawrence, there's Bryce Young, Geno Smith, JJ McCarthy, Dylan Gabriel, Penix.
We know you're not playing Tua, so that's
Yeah,
so
no,
you
I'm
can
not-
build
I'm
that
not-
one
yeah,
out.
I'm not avoiding
McCarthy might be an interesting start over him. I don't think Daniel Jones
You
is going
McCarthy
to
over
have a
Jones.
good week. I reckon it's going to stay in his mind that he gave up 5 turnovers there. I think a guy like that will be shown for what he was.
Oh, my
I do.
goodness. The whole league's
did play well last week.
whole league's turning on him quick.
Yep.
But he only had, what was it, 122 yards passing, something like that, 120 odd yards passing last week.
Just saying, if you're
He saved himself with a rushing touchdown, but yeah.
like, if we were doing sets this week, Daniel Jones was going to be my set, so I don't fancy Thomas's chances with Daniel Jones.
And then on the other one I talked about, where it was Bam Knight, Henderson, and then obviously Pickens on the bye week, I've just looked at the waiver wires, and there's Shakir and Harrison. So should I go for one of those or Wandale Robinson on the waiver wires? I know this isn't normal leagues, but you know,
Shakir or who was the second one?
Harrison or Wandale Robinson. Marvin Harrison.
I think Harrison's a good
Yeah.
one. I like Shakir, but it could be boomer bust
Yeah.
any given week with him.
Yeah.
But the yards after the catch is a big thing. Like, if he catches the ball, it's like 14 yards after the catch on average he's getting. So you're always like, if he catches the ball, he's going to have upside.
And again, against the Dolphins, if he gets, again, we're talking about targets, but if he gets somewhere in the 8, 9, 10 target range, then yeah, it's valuable.
No, fair.
Okay.
I
Hopefully we helped you there.
I think you did actually.
Hopefully
Yeah,
you're
go
not
for it.
playing me in any of these leagues.
No, well, I would have played players on bye apparently. The way I've got these out here.
I've got an interesting one because we talked about them both as being pretty bad busts this past week and for a while. But Bam Knight or Jordan Mason in a half PPR. I'm riddled with injuries and bye weeks this week in that league. These are my options,
I would go
I
Bam
am
Knight.
going Jordan
and
Mason.
that is half PPR. I think it's a 12 team
I am
league.
going Jordan Mason for the simple fact that he's not playing the Seahawks defense.
If Jones is out, then it's an even easier smash.
Yeah,
Start.
Jones is questionable.
I
He's
know.
not-
I know. Last
yeah.
week you all thought Bam Knight was the man. Clearly, he's not.
DeMarcado actually looked better than Knight.
I'm actually.
And he throws the ball like away.
I'm still going. I'm
He
still.
doesn't, he doesn't like scoring touchdowns.
DeMarcado throws it away.
Was he not one of the
Yeah, he
players
was the
that
one who dropped the ball,
dropped
like,
it over the
he-
line?
Oh no!
Nearly
A
had
bit like
Oh, the one against
80
the-
a bit like
yeah.
Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yes, the one
For the
against the
Colts against the
Titans. The
Rams.
Titans only win this year. Yeah,
Anyway, I would say Jordan Mason would
Go.
be,
Jordan Mason is your start that week.
but Thomas said Bam Knight.
I would say
It's who do you trust? Do you trust me or do you trust
Don't
Thomas?
trust me.
Thomas doesn't know who's
Yeah,
playing.
I
this
don't know
week.
who's playing. I don't know who's on bye week. So ignore any of my advice.
And then I've got I've got a couple. Obviously it matters if Brian Thomas is fit or not. but I've got Brian Thomas or Ken Walker in a PPR. It's probably a Brian Thomas start if he's fit
I'd go Ken
I
Walker.
could go Brian Thomas against that Texans defense.
against the Texans.
Yeah.
That's why
defense
he's
is
there.
probably the best in football.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be starting him.
If Brian Thomas
Ken
got,
Walker against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And then I've got Ken Walker or Mark Andrews in a PPR. I might be starting 3 tight ends in this PPR league this week because I've got Kyle Pitts, or Randy Gadsden, and Mark Andrews.
oh, I would play Andrews over Pitts, and then play
You
Walker.
would drop Pitts.
I'd drop Pitts.
Who are they playing against? Because I noticed they'd given up a lot of points to the
Who?
Colts. Have given up a lot of points
Colts?
to tight ends. Was my only thing with the Kyle Pitts thing.
I would say Cam Walker.
But
over
but,
Andrews.
but so Walker or Andrews or Pitts. Start 2.
Yeah.
Get Gadsden's a smash start at this point, isn't it?
I guess the Seahawks are very pass heavy, play action. Yeah, they try to get themselves into positions to throw to wide receivers. So yeah, maybe it is Mark Andrews or
You could go Andrews and Pitts because it's in a full. This is a full PPR.
I think Mark Andrews has a tough matchup this week against a good Vikings defense as well. I know.
Yeah,
Vikings
Vikings are stingy
It
to.
is something you've got to look for.
But Andrews is, he's Jackson's go-to guy. I don't know why I put him as a sit last week. That was.
I think out
stupid
of
call.
those 3, you're getting Kyle Pitts.
What? But two out of these 3.
Yeah, you
Like,
go
like this
Andrews.
team
You go
again is
Andrews
where it
and
is.
Walker, and you drop Pitts. And watch Pitts get the Drake London
Andrews and
points
Walker
this week.
drop
You know,
Pitts, leave Pitts out.
watch
Okay,
Pitts get like Drake London sort of scores this week, like
Oh,
40
be
points.
brutal. Like I left Andrews on the bench last week, and he had that
Yeah,
2 touchdowns.
2 TD game. Yeah.
Can I just say, I said to start him. He was my start of the week.
No, I know you did.
No, you can't because
Just
we don't
putting it out
do
there.
we don't do
Just letting you know.
we don't do the humble
But anyway,
brags.
so that's me, Adam. Do you have any start set dilemmas or what?
No, all my fantasy sides are amazing. So, I think I'm in 5 leagues. How many did I win? I won 5 last week. So I'm okay. Actually, in the one Boydie, I'm going to have to pick up off the waiver wire, but I don't really have start sit dilemmas from my bench. It's just a matter of like bye weeks and injuries that are hampering me a wee bit, but I'll get through it.
Cool.
It'll be okay.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
I'll suck it up.
Yeah, suck it up. Right, fair enough. Will we do your little?
Let's
the
go.
game.
Let's do it. All right.
We are.
We are going to draft fantasy football teams. I'm going to fire through these pretty quick, and you can think about your players, and then we'll go around them, and we'll do sort of. There's 6 rounds.
So what way are we
So-
spinning it for every position?
So the way it works is you have to fill QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end, running back, wide receiver, flex, defense. So 6 rounds.
Go for that again.
QB, running back,
wide receiver,
wide receiver,
flex,
flex,
which is running back or wide receiver. It's
tight
not tight
end,
end.
not a tight
tight
end,
end,
Tight end.
tight end, and
tight
defense.
ends on its own,
Tight ends on its own and a
then-
defense.
and then a defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am going to spin a wheel. It's going to give you a randomly generated team, which is playing this week. I have taken out the bye weeks. I have
Oh,
made
are you
sure to
sure?
do. I have
Are you
100% done
100%
that.
We're not
Which
going to
is-
have to pick Joe
we're not,
Flacco.
no,
on
we're
his
not going to
bye
have
week.
to pick Joe Flacco.
That's
What
fine.
you have to do is you have to pick the best combination. You don't have to go in any order. You don't have to go QB first or anything like that. You can do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
we did something similar to this
You-
at the start of it.
Yeah,
Start of the
you
year.
cannot pick the same player that somebody else has picked. You can get the same team multiple times. So if you get the Titans 4 times, that's just really unlucky. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you got really
You just
unlucky
gotta
when we
suck
did
it
it before. You got like
Yeah,
I
you-
think
yeah.
you got tight ends twice.
Yeah. So, don't give me your answers yet.
Titans twice, not tight ends twice. Tight ends.
We're gonna go.
We just write this down. We can all pick, or
So, I'll give Nathan's his team, your
Okay.
team, your team,
Okay,
my team,
okay.
and then we'll go that order.
No.
And we'll go like this. We'll go like this. All right. So Nathan, your first team. You have to choose from the Commanders. I was going to say the old name there, but you've got the Commanders.
You've got it typed in as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
you've got
anybody
yeah,
else?
you got the Commanders. Adam, you have the Dolphins. Matthew, you have. You also have the Commanders.
Come on.
Can you pick? Can you pick the same?
No, can't pick the same player.
So you,
And
so,
I've-
so Nathan has to tell us who he's picked.
Yeah, and
So
I've got
Matthew,
yes.
right. Okay.
So Matthew cannot pick the same player. And then I have the New England Patriots, which I love. All right, so
I wonder who Thomas is going to pick.
Nathan, what you're first? What position and what player are you picking for the Commanders?
Who is the? My problem is I don't know these teams. Unless I.
I'm googling frantically.
It's not a deep bench.
I've got mine.
Just so you know, this is going to be standard scoring, no PPR,
I've
everything like that.
got mine.
Well, Adam, let's start with you because you got a different team. Who are you picking?
Devon Achan, is that how you pronounce it?
Achan?
He is number 3 fantasy running back this year, so I think it's a no-brainer, really.
That is a solid pick.
You could also pick Jalen Waddle, but
I think you've nailed it on that one.
I think that's mine. I'm pretty happy with that one.
Well, these two are still deciding because we have to let Nathan go first.
I'm
Wait,
pretty-
is cross team right?
Yep. You're going.
And
I
are
think
we?
I'll put him in my flex.
You're going. Bill is your flex. That is a good shout. I like that.
Because
Why would you not put him in your? Anyway, no, whatever. We're not gonna do-
only because your guy went down, so then
Yeah.
they're gonna have some backup guys. So
You're gonna run. You're gonna run a bit more. I like the
And are
thinking.
we going to do a total of our fantasy?
Yes,
points for
we
these
are. We
guys
are.
for
Yeah,
next
we are.
week?
Yeah, and it's who's. Yeah.
I am going to suggest. I'm going to hint.
Doesn't look too excited.
I'm going to hint that
I know it should be my flex, but
maybe Zach Ertz falls ass backwards into the end zone this week.
Ertz is your tight end.
I really hope you get the Commanders next round as
Uh,
well.
that's the only search to it. That was my first thought was Ertz because the only other guy I know.
You're old now for a
I was thinking Debo, but yeah, they're much of a muchness, to be honest.
I am gonna go Drake May as my QB. I'm going QB off the board early.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
I could
Drake
guess
May.
you were going to pick him.
Drake May, nice and early. Okay, we're gonna go in reverse order.
Matthew, can you see what's happening in his
Yeah.
screen? He's not fixing this.
So,
I can see it.
so we're gonna go.
Which is why I was able to tell that he typed the wrong name.
We're gonna go into. We're gonna go in reverse order.
the other team.
I have. The New York Giants. Shit. Matthew, you have.
Oh, come on, I got such good teams the last time we did this.
You also have the New York Giants. And you're
This
picking-
wheel is rigged. I'm picking second on the New York Giants.
Yeah. There you go. Adam, you have the Falcons.
Love it.
And Nathan, you have the Steelers. All right, so New York Giants. See QB going early. You know what? This might be the wrong call, but I'm going to go Giants defense.
Who are they against?
I think they're actually against a decent. They're
They're
against the
playing
Bears.
against the Bears. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, Thomas.
That is risky. You could have sabotaged yourself.
I'm picking the Giants
You're going
defense.
to get minus points, man.
They're not. They're going to do
I'm
really well.
fortunate that you had already picked quarterback because that might be my obvious spot. I just want to see what are we looking at wide receiver, but I don't think we're looking at
You
anything.
got what? Wandale Robinson.
Wandale,
Slayton.
11 targets for Wandale in the last game.
Yeah. Tyrone Tracy.
They're
Yeah.
playing against a bad Bears secondary. I'm just gonna go Jackson Dart. I'm just gonna take the shot because who knows? Yeah, I could end
Jackson
up
Dart
getting.
got me 27 fantasy points last week. And a 14 person.
Yeah, he's got that rushing upside, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You love a rushing QB.
If you're averaging 50 yards rushing a week, then you're doing
You're doing pretty well.
You know,
yeah.
I changed my 2 QBs in one of our fantasy leagues we play in because of how much you talk about running QBs. So
And
now I
it's-
have Drake May and
Yeah.
Bo Nix in that.
Bo
which
Nix
is
is doing well as well.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Adam.
Anyway,
Who-
I am picking Drake London as my wide receiver, please.
My goodness, what a
This is-
team!
Yeah, I know this is disgusting. I hate this game already.
Yeah.
Like this might be the only
Top
week we
scoring
ever
wide
do this.
receiver
Yeah.
last week
This,
in
this is
fantasy.
like when I think I had like the Ravens and the Eagles the last time, so I had like Saquon Barkley and Lamar Jackson. It was brilliant. But now you're getting the same luck.
Nathan, who are you going for?
Jalen Warren.
Warren, tight end.
From the Steelers.
Steelers.
Oh, Steelers.
These are
Oh, the
running
running back. Sorry.
Running back. Jalen Warren.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think who else you could have. Obviously DK and
Oh, I'm looking for the
DK,
next
Aaron
round,
Rodgers.
fellas.
Right,
Who's
here we
next?
go. Nathan, starting with you.
Commanders again.
Let's see. Wheel is spinning. He has the Chargers.
I don't like.
Oh
it.
no, it's gone Giants. It went over to the Giants. You have
Oh,
Giants.
now that looks rigged.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
He has to get the Titans at least or something. Like
Adam has
gets the Rams.
the 49ers.
Flex.
He's got his flex.
Flex possession. Nice.
He's got a flex. He's got a tight end. He's got whatever.
Matthew, you've got the Texans.
I wrote mine down already. Love it.
Yeah. You can't. And I've got the Cleveland Browns.
I am so glad
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
pick Bijan Robinson in the last round there because that kept my
Oh, this is brutal. This
That
is
is perfect.
absolutely brutal. Right.
Oh, my team.
Nathan.
Guys, my
Nathan,
team.
you're Giants. Who are you- Well, you've got the wide receivers. You've got one
Well, let's go
Robinson or Slayton and that, or running backs.
And their tight end did get a
Thomas,
touchdown last week.
Thomas, for some reason, picked the Giants defense, so I don't think you were ever going for them.
Uh,
Jackson Dart might have been an option, but
just-
Matthew's got him.
I'm just guessing Adams
The
right
running
now.
backs, I don't think.
Have you typed mine in already?
I've just taken a guess, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be right.
Oh, you,
But Nathan, who are you going for?
I'll go there. Tight end Theo Johnson.
Yeah, that's a decent shout.
yeah.
All right, Adam. I'm assuming you're going to go your flex, and you're going to go Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, you would be right.
Yeah. I mean,
What
I
a
am
disrespect to put him in your flex.
I am absolutely
Someone really wants to be a-
disgusted by this team.
London
And Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
This is so bad. You should
Yeah.
just sore winners here.
Matthew, who are you going for?
Who do I have again?
You had Jesus Christ, Matthew.
Have I forgotten?
You had the Texans.
I had the Texans.
Yeah.
Texans D against the Jags. Against my lovely Jags, because we love to turn the ball over. We're really
Texans D's a good shout.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Like it.
I had the Cleveland Browns. I'm gonna go Njoku. Yeah.
Interesting one. Might not even be the number one tight end.
No,
Yeah, I was gonna say,
definitely not. Oh, I should have gone Fallon, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Can I? Is it?
Alright.
Is
No,
it? Is
it's,
it locked in?
it's
Is it locked in?
locked in.
Alright.
Damn it!
Locked in. You've typed
Locked
in.
in.
Why did I?
Giants defense and
why did I rush
Njoku in
that?
this team.
Well, at least I get to go first this time, and hopefully we get a team that
At
we
least
haven't
the
got.
players are actually playing. It's a good
No,
thing.
don't give me them again. Oh, Denver Broncos. Here we go. I'll
Nice.
take them. Matthew, you are getting.
The Giants.
Don't joke. You're getting the Bucks.
Oh, okay.
There
you go.
Okay.
Right, come on. Give
Come
it.
on.
Come on.
Come
He
on.
cannot have.
Come on.
He cannot have.
QB or good defense. That's what I want.
You have the Texans
Oh, I can't take the defense. I can't. Oh,
and CJ Stroud might be out as well.
I know who I'm going for.
Yeah.
I know who I'm
And
going for.
Nathan, you have the Steelers.
Got it.
Again?
Yes. All right. I had a team that I forgot. Oh, who do I go for? I'm gonna go flex, and I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna go wide receiver, and I'm gonna go Sutton on the Broncos.
Oh, you've already picked your QB.
Yeah.
Running back? No.
I don't know what's going on with Dobbins
Harvey
and
or
RJ Harvey. I think it's like,
RJ Harvey is more upside.
yeah, but it's sort of like,
Definitely.
Yeah.
it's like a full committee at the moment, so I just don't want to.
From my perspective, with the Bucks, I'm just not sure if Irving's going to play this week. So that kind of just like narrows my options. Jake Booker, and that's
Yeah.
it. So yeah, I'm just going to lock in my wide receiver and make a egg Booker.
I like that. Adam,
I am going because of Matthew's sound fantasy advice earlier.
Bam Knight. Oh, no, sorry.
oh, I know who
I'm
you're
going,
going. Yeah.
I'm going Schultz. Tight end.
Dalton Schultz. That's a good bet against our
Nice.
porous team.
Nathan,
forward to
who are you going for on the Steelers? You've still got to fill QB, wide receiver, and defense.
from the Steelers.
Oh my goodness.
And who are they playing? Is it a good defensive
That's
matchup?
what I'm going to find
It's
out.
the Chargers.
I mean,
They were getting after the quarterback well last week.
Yeah.
They did. They got 6 turnovers last week. Defense.
I kind of know the
The
two.
Chargers did?
The Steelers defense.
Five,
Oh, no, but
five
it's
turnovers.
against the.
It was against the Colts.
It was
Number
against-
1 offense.
I was
in
going to say
football,
the top offense.
averaging
in the league.
33 points a game.
Shit. Right, let's go to defense first. Steelers.
You've twisted his arm, Adam.
You can trust me.
Well done.
Well, you could actually just be throwing me under the bus here.
I very
Justin
well could be.
Herbert.
Justin Herbert could throw 6 touchdowns in that game.
500 yards, 6
But
touchdowns.
I believe that's not going to happen.
So who are you going for? Sorry,
And their defense.
defense.
Steelers, D.
And you know I don't jinx anything.
Oh, it'd be good if I could.
Oh yeah, that's
All
what way
right.
around it is.
So that's everyone picked. Nathan, I think you're starting again this time.
Commanders.
I love being in this spot in the middle.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yes, it's
I
just-
love how this has worked out.
Yeah. You have. Oh, you get to pick. It's your choice.
You can
You-
literally anybody in the league.
Anybody
My
you want.
quarterback is still open.
Oh
no.
Yeah.
Quarterback in who
Yeah.
else?
Anybody he wants.
That's not fair.
That's a fair. It's 1 in like 30 that you're going to get those odds on.
Why didn't you pick Jamar Chase? He's definitely playing this week.
Oh my god. Adam, you get the Philadelphia Eagles.
What is this?
Matthew,
Oh.
you have got.
This hurts.
You've got the Cardinals.
I've got the Cardinals.
You've got the Cardinals.
I've got. You're saying that
That's
like
not-
it's a good
That's
thing.
not too bad.
Bam Knight might be locked in. Like no joke.
Oh god damn it! I've got the 49ers.
Flex are running back for the Cardinals.
Oh,
I love this game.
Of course you do.
I'm in between. I might score that out because I've got a defense and a QB. Do I hold out and risk the QB, or do I hold out and risk the defense?
I've
I
got.
know what I'd hold out.
I've got.
You'd hold out in the defense.
I got the 49ers, and CMC's already gone, which is wildly annoying.
Locked in.
Nathan, who you going for?
I just go Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. What a
Love it.
choice! What a
Love
choice!
it.
That
That's
actually
great.
might save you there.
Great choice.
Yeah, not our dream team choice.
Yeah.
For some
No,
reason.
yeah.
when you ponder that, while he puts up like 6 touchdowns on
Yeah.
Dolphins.
You can't have Josh Allen and James
Of
Cook.
course you can.
Yeah.
There's no I didn't have a rule in here that said you cannot have 2 players on the same team. It's not fair.
If James Cook gets like 2 or 3 touchdowns, like that's Josh Allen not
Right,
running
Adam,
into the end zone.
Just pick your stupid Philadelphia Eagles.
Can I have Jalen Hurts?
Jalen
This is my quarterback.
Oh,
my
this
team,
is-
my team.
Matthew, who are you going for?
Oh. Is this a wide open flex where it could be a
It's-
tight end as well?
No, it's running back,
Running
wide
back
receiver.
or wide receiver. No, Marvin Harrison. Give me Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison. I like that choice.
Hopefully,
I
Jake Brisket plays the game.
am gonna go. Oh god, I hope he's not injured. But I'm just gonna lock it in. Juwan Jennings for the 49ers.
John Jennings for your flex.
I'll just have an auto sub there. You'll be okay.
Just- no auto subs with this one. So I have running back. Matthew, you've got wide receiver, or Nathan, you've got wide receiver.
Yeah.
I've got running back.
You've got running back, and Adam, you've got a defense to get.
I don't like my
Broncos.
I really hope
Broncos.
Adam gets something like the Miami Dolphins,
Broncos.
or
Yeah,
you know, it's only fair. So
Broncos, please.
I'll go first. So my team coming up is Indianapolis Colts.
I'd also take the Bills.
Not bad. No, very very good. Running
Oh,
back.
that actually might have saved me. Yep,
Or
I've got
pick
the
Seahawks or
I've got the
Lions.
Colts. Matthew, you have the Houston Texans again.
Oh my goodness. It's the one part of our defense I actually likes our run defense.
Adam, you have
Oh, come on.
the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, against the Seahawks. That's tough.
And Nathan,
The rest of my team's just going to
you
to make up
have
for it.
the Seahawks.
That's who I wanted.
All right, so maybe first, it's Jonathan Taylor.
Nice.
Go on, Matthew. Who you got for me on the Texans? There you
Well,
go.
I've got a choice between
Nick Chubb,
two.
Woody Marks.
I've got a choice between two. I could go for the chubby boy, or I could go for, or I could go for Woody from Toy Story. Who's going to do better against us? That's what I'm trying to think. Pass catching running back. I'm going to go Woody Marks.
Marks.
I think pass catching running backs against the Jags are a better option.
Adam, I mean, obviously, you just got the Cardinals. Yeah.
Defense. They're a sneaky defense. We gave up 17 points in Dallas after me ranting last week about Dallas's offense.
But they're coming up against
Jackson
Sam
Smith.
Oh, I forgot about him. JJ.
Oh,
Nice.
That is a good one.
Or JSN. Yeah.
Everybody happy with their teams, guys?
No.
Nathan, your team is actually not that bad.
I think Nathan's team's pretty good.
Yeah. Josh Allen is QB.
Yep.
Warren at running back from the Steelers,
Yep.
which is actually not a bad shout. JSN, Johnson, and the and the flex of Bill as well. Matthew, your team, you do not look convinced by your
Yeah.
team.
I'm not sure I would start my team in like a 20-person league. Like this is where we're at.
You've got Jackson Dart, Woody Marks, Ibuka, Zach Ertz, and Marvin Harrison with the Texans defense. I actually think that's solid.
I've
I don't think-
done the best I
yeah.
can with the tools being given.
I've gone Drake May, Jonathan Taylor, Cortland Sutton, David Njoku, and Jawan Jennings with the Giants defense. That
The
is,
Giants defense was the riskiest one.
I'm happy enough with the rest of the players I've got to turn around and be like, I'm not that upset by it. And then Adam, for fuck's sake, I mean, this is just I don't think I ever want to do this again with him. But he's got Jalen Hurts, Achan, London, Schultz, Christian McCaffrey in his flex, and then the Cardinals
That's
defense.
sneaky wee
Can I
defense.
put this as my upset of the week? Would be Adam somehow losing this.
So, yeah, that might be the upset of the week. But
I'm giving him plus 50 points
just-
on the rest of us. If we get within 50, I'd be happy.
Just
He's got a
doing-
smiley face.
I've just done a big smiley face
Yeah.
beside that team.
It's a very pretty drawn smiley face. It's about the only thing.
Very,
that's-
very happy with
There's
it.
a lot that has to go wrong if he's last.
Oh, and
I'm
he's,
dropping all my notes.
he's dropped all his notes.
So,
You see?
as I
Wheels
said-
are coming off.
if there is any last minute injuries, we'll let you sub for another player on that team.
Okay. No, that's
So, and because we're not like putting this in a fantasy league or anything like that, I'll keep track of the scoring. Normal scoring,
Standard, yeah.
standard scoring, no PPR, stuff like
Anyone
that.
else
So,
on the cover here?
we are like,
yeah.
well, drastically short of time if you want to get away early. Thomas,
I've just got a flight and to pack.
you've got a pack.
Yeah, I'm packed.
do-
Yeah.
I can do bold predictions very quickly,
Sure, yeah. Rob.
and then we can rattle through our combined power rankings this week. Thomas threw quite a few spanners in the works,
I think my power rankings were fair.
but anyway.
And if we've got time, we can do like locks and upsets of the week.
Yeah,
Ooh,
sounds
yeah.
good.
Lean in the mic a bit.
So yeah, just a couple of bold predictions. I was 1 for 4 last week, so hopefully do better than that. I've gone for 3 this week. One is pretty simple. It's the Falcons to beat the Colts. I think Daniel Jones is going to have another bad week. I just get that feeling. He's going to go back to the New York Giants, Daniel Jones of old. So yeah, the Falcons, 30% of people are tending to pick them to win. So yeah, I think that could be a big upset. The second bold prediction, you agree with that, by the way, being
Falcons beat the Colts is
I
could
think
be our upset of the week. We could.
I think
find
it's 3 and 5 going up against 7 and 2,
The Falcons
and it's
are,
in Indianapolis as well.
and we said the Falcons are sneaky good against winning teams as well.
I think that's pretty bold. I don't think many people, as I say, 7 and 10 people are going for the Colts to win. Drake May to throw for less than 200 yards and get less than 100 quarterback rating. I think he's done both those things in every game this season so far, thrown for over 200 yards and got over 100 quarterback rating. I think his average is over 130 currently. So yeah, I just feel a bad week once again coming on.
I don't know. I find it hard to
going up
to not play
they're
Drake May.
going
Like
up-
he's
they're going
so
up.
good.
a
They're going up against
bold-
a really, really good defense. And I was saying to Thomas, Drake May has been sacked 16 times in his past 3 games.
Ooh, okay.
He was
that is
sacked 6
interesting.
times in his last game against a pretty bad Falcons defense.
Which is another interesting thing with the Falcons. The one thing the Falcons have going for them is that pass rush. Really on the defensive side, they got after Daniel Jones a lot. He got hit a lot. Or no, not
true.
Daniel Jones. Sorry, they got after
Josh Allen.
who were they playing? Anyway, they've got after guys a lot. No, you were just saying sorry. Drake May. They got after Drake May a lot in that game, and Daniel Jones got sacked a lot against the Steelers. That's what I was trying to say.
Right.
So yeah, that the Falcons beating the Colts just becomes more easier to pick with that one.
So yeah, and it goes hand in hand. But number 3 would be Jackson Dart, 4+ TDs total and 350+ scrimmage yards, which helps Matthew.
So coming up, Millhouse.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's combined running and passing yards. I think 350+. You've got rushing upside to him against the defense. They gave up 42 points last week. I think there's a lot of upside.
really like that one.
I think there's a lot of upside to Jackson Dart this week, but I don't think a lot of people think that is going to happen because of all the injuries they've had.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my 3 for the week.
Cool. I like it. I'm going to quickly touch on the trade deadline, and there's only been a few trades that have came in, so I'll rush through them really, really, really quickly. A few fantasy relevant ones. I'm not going to touch on the really big ones that Adam knows all about. Rashid Shaheed might be fantasy relevant. We don't know, but he's going to Seattle for a 2026 4th and 5th round pick. So yeah, Seattle adding firepower for Sam Darnold. At the moment, he's just been targeting Jackson Smith and Jigba, so it's whether it takes away from those targets, whether it just gives that whole offense a boost. We'll see. Sauce Gardner is going to the Colts, and the only reason that's relevant fantasy-wise is because Adonai Mitchell is going the other way. The Jets don't really have anybody else outside of Garrett Wilson to throw to, so it's a little bit interesting. Adonai Mitchell's, if you've been following it for the Colts, has basically been sidelined since he had a disastrous game against the Rams.
Against the Rams,
lost in the game against the Rams, dropping the ball before the line and all that kind of stuff.
He only had 20 targets in the 5 weeks after.
Yeah, so if the Jets take him out of the doghouse, start to play him a little bit, then we'll see what happens there. Jacoby Myers is going to the Jags.
That's an interesting one.
For a 2026 4th round pick and a 6th round pick.
That's basically the Travis Hunter injury.
The Travis Hunter injury means that we don't really have anybody to throw to. Jacoby Myers is a good possession receiver at the very least. Our guys can't catch the ball, so it's good to have a possession receiver. So we'll see if that works out.
Yeah.
At the very least, it should be a little bit of a boost for Trevor Lawrence.
He's 4 seasons in a row with over 800 yards receiving, and he had 1,120 last season, something like that. So there is a lot of upside there.
Yeah, hearing playoff push there. Anyway, and yes, just because we were talking about the O-line issues with the Chargers earlier, they just traded at the very end of the window there. They traded for Trevor Penning from the Saints, an offensive tackle. Hasn't been playing particularly well. That's why they were able to get him for a 2027 6th round pick. But it should help.
It should
help that O-line a little bit and help that running game a little bit and protect maybe Justin Herbert a little bit as well. Or he could just be the next O-line injury. So that'd be interesting.
Maybe we can pick Fidel in our dream lineup again.
Oh,
I think
I'd wait a week.
Yeah, we're
I'd wait a
avoiding
week.
him at all. Yeah.
But anyway, those are the only quick trade deadline moves just to run through. Where were we going after that? Oh yes, we're going to your power rankings.
Our power rankings this week. I crunched the numbers.
Hey.
Don't use spreadsheets. Just all this. It's okay. So it may be wrong, and there's a lot of chaos.
I
on
am
these
curious
pieces.
to know how you crunch these numbers. Like, if you've got 4
I just
different
make
sources
it
of
up.
power rankings.
I just made
In
it
his
up.
noggin, he
Yeah.
had 2 teams tied in his head.
Yeah.
That's
And-
insane.
Yeah, tied for number 1, but they were 13 and 14 on the power rankings.
So our power rankings, because it's all combined, may look a little different to traditional power rankings, guys. Maybe thank Thomas for a few spanners in the works. But anyway, so we'll start off top 10. So in at number 1 is now the Buffalo Bills combined for us. Number 2, the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3 is the LA Rams. Number 4 is the Detroit Lions. They were actually a deadlock, like they were a tie for us. But Matthew very kindly let me have the pick for who's higher. So we went Rams number 3, Lions number 4. Chiefs have dropped from number 1 to number 5.
That's a big drop. That's a huge
right,
drop.
that's what I thought.
That is the
That's what I
average
thought.
of both of us. I think Matthew maybe disagrees with that. Number 6 is the Seattle Seahawks. Number 7 is the Colts. Number 8, the Patriots.
Yeah.
Number 9, the Bucks. You disagree with the
No,
Patriots.
Patriots should be higher.
And number 10, rounding off the top 10, is the Broncos, just cracking the top 10. They went up from 11 in our power rankings, so they're their first time in the top 10 with us.
I don't know.
Discuss.
I don't know how the Bills are the number 1 in this power rankings. They're not even number 1 in their division.
You
This is
put-
ridiculous. That is a terrible call.
You put the Bills at number 2 in your power rankings.
because
It's
of peer
not-
pressure.
It's not like
because
you're
of
having them a
because of
long
the
way
peer
off there.
pressure. Because and the
You could have
Patriots
put
should
them
be number
anywhere.
1.
You could have put the
them
Patriots
anywhere.
number
You
1.
could put them at
Yeah.
number 32 to
Could have
really
put them
skew
where
if you
they
wanted
are.
to.
But no, yeah.
No, I think the Bills
So it's
they
not-
went over the Chiefs.
It's not like you can. I don't know how you're arguing that. You actually put them ahead. You actually put them ahead of the Patriots, which I was really surprised by.
Yeah. I
Is
regret
all you said is, "Oh, Patriots far better team,
are.
AFC East, blah blah." But yet you
such
put the
more.
Patriots in number 5, 3 below the Bills.
Yeah,
My-
we
my-
had,
my-
we had,
my
we
thing-
had
my
a
thing-
couple
So
of
you're
things.
starting to
thing,
believe
right.
in Josh Allen.
Right, I have a little diatribe about the Chiefs thing. So first of all, my whole like slogan on the week and in power ranks in general is anybody seen Blue Lights, the police drama? Jerry from the first series of that, take a beat. I always said take a beat, just like calm it down, don't overreact to things, but take a beat. The Chiefs lost, but they lost to the Bills. They lost at the Bills. They always lose to the Bills in the regular season. And to kind of like jump off the back of that, so we talk about like I was talking earlier about the World Series and about the Dodgers. When the Dodgers made that final play to win the World Series, the announcer said, "To beat the champ, you've got to knock them out." And that was talking about the Blue Jays. Hit them again and again and again and should have won the World Series, but you've got to knock them out. You've got to take those chances. The Bills have landed a shot on the Chiefs, but they haven't knocked them out. It's gonna be the playoffs at the end of the season where they knock them out. So you've just got to like just take a beat, just take a wee step back.
I
The Chiefs dropping 4 places after losing to what we've now called the number 1 team in the power rankings.
This
is,
as well.
You know,
You had them at number 7.
yeah, I don't.
I
like
still have the Chiefs
but
at
I would.
2.
I never
don't
had the
think-
Chiefs number
Yeah,
1.
that's true. But
I still have the Chiefs at 2. I still think we've just got to like
It's because
Just calm down.
That they're cheating anymore.
Yeah.
That's why they dropped. four.
I feel as if the refs are actually starting to get against them, which is great. It's great. I was actually seeing yellow flags like against them. This never happens. This is wonderful. So yeah, they dropped 4 because of that. Because the refs are actually starting to do their jobs. So this is good.
And
It's
any other
also,
surprises
there
in
also another reason was it wasn't just.
did you
I know
have the
they only.
Seahawks?
I know they only got beat by. Oh, Thomas had the Seahawks down at number 9.
That's
Wild.
why they're
Absolutely
so far down. 'Cause
wild.
I have them at 5, and I noticed them there at 6, and I know Adam had.
I had them. They're my number 1 team.
You had them at number 1.
Number
Yeah, the
1.
Seahawks is number
Oh,
1.
I am,
That is
I am on the
that is
Seahawks. They were my
wild.
number 3 last week. I am all over this.
Is Sam Darnold going to win a Super Bowl this year?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
No,
Okay, right.
Yeah.
probably not.
So we might remove him from number 1.
Yeah.
If I was to take a guess, no. But
But no, it's definitely.
it'll probably
interesting.
end up being the Chiefs again. But yeah. The Rams up at number 3. I think it's a good pick as well.
Yeah, they just stayed put for me
Patriots.
this week.
Patriots went up from 10 to 8, so we're all starting to agree that the Patriots are getting on a roll.
What do you mean starting
That's
to?
simulating the snap. For the,
Oh,
for the
for
Falcons.
God's sake! Yes, and cheating to get there. So they will rise to number 1 eventually if they keep on cheating, just like the Chiefs and the Broncos cracking the top 10. I
Is there
think.
any rules about clapping? No, there's not.
No, but this is what we always talk about with the Patriots as well. Like even in their heyday, it's like playing fast and loose with the rules. It's like yes, you're not allowed to simulate the snap, but you are allowed to clap. But the Falcons use a clap to simulate their snap. So it's like you're actually simulating the snap by clapping.
Yeah, well, Falcons don't simulate your snap by clapping.
It's like,
you
it
know,
cannot sound like a real
if you don't want people to
conversation
start clapping,
right
then,
now.
you know, don't clap.
Woo.
Yeah, don't do it.
I think it's playing like fast and loose with the rules there. I think
I would agree.
yeah.
Another reason I put the Chiefs down, it was the nature of the defeat. Like, there was a big difference. I know it was only 7 points, but the Bills were that much better. That much. And I think you have to look at a 5-4 record now. And I had ignored the 3 losses before because they were all tight losses. And they could have very well won those games. But they were never in it to win that game until the end.
What about the Lions plummeting down after losing by 3 points?
They lost by 3 points, yeah. But they lost against what I would say is a bad Vikings side.
But divisional games are always funny.
Yeah.
They are. They
always
are.
funny.
They are. Anyway, we can do the muddle quickly. And if anybody has any comments. So the muddle is in between the top 10 and the bottom 10. And we really don't know what's going on here.
No.
Oh yeah,
But-
they're all over the place.
Yeah.
It's the only place that you just can't.
We
pick.
will, yeah. I'll run through the teams. You can say in the comments whether you agree or disagree, whether your team should be in the muddle, whether they're better than the muddle, or whether they're definitely worse than the muddle. But we'll find out. Number 11, dropping from number 8 in our power rankings, is the Packers. I think we could all agree that they go out of the top 10. Number 12 is the 49ers, who Thomas forgot about earlier. Forgot they were a team in the NFL.
Oh right, that's an interesting one.
Yeah. It was my
Number
bad.
13 is
Had
the
to say it twice.
Chargers. Number 14 is now it was actually a tie in points between the Ravens and the Steelers, but I put the Ravens at number 14 ahead of the Steelers because I went for the highest pick, and Thomas had the Ravens at number 11,
Whoa, that is
which is
that's
high.
That's
so
a jump.
This is what I'm talking about.
That's the
Thomas
Jackson.
skewing these rankings.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
that's
Jackson
that's the Jackson effect. Like coming back, first week after injury,
You
this
would agree,
team,
Nathan?
Well, not
This
that much,
team-
but I can see why. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
yeah, this team, the first 2 weeks of the season was a top 5 team. Jackson went injured. They dropped down to
Yeah,
bottom
agree.
20,
Yeah.
bottom 15.
Yep.
He came back, absolutely smoked it.
I think.
They jumped straight back up because it seems like they're old stuff.
Yeah,
and
there's-
as you said, the defense has got
What are
better.
they?
There's,
Are they
there's
3
definitely a
and
new lease
Yeah.
of life.
Is it
for
3
that
and
team
5 or
with
3
them
and
back.
6? 3 and 5 or
Yeah,
something.
I reckon
Um,
they're going on a run. They're
Yep.
going to be.
Anyway, I think I had them at number 16. I think Matthew had them at 15. I think 11's very high for them, but it's brought them up to 14, which isn't too far away from where
Yeah.
we thought they were going to be. The Steelers, after beating the best team in football record-wise, actually went down in our rankings to number 15. So explain that. Apologies,
I
guys.
kept all these guys the same. They were all the same.
And then the Bears. Oh, sorry. And then the Bears are number 16. Cowboys probably quite high. Number 17 with our combined rankings. The Jags are number 18. The Vikings have rose 5 spots to number 19 since last week, from number 24. And number 20 is the Panthers. Number 21, the Falcons. And finishing it off before the top 10, just outside the bottom teams, is the Texans.
Yeah, that's right where I have the Texans. The thing that we're probably like flipped on is like I've got the Cowboys down
Yeah.
You do.
in 20, and I've got the Panthers up in 17 because the Panthers to me are a frisky team. I don't know what the Cowboys are. They're a terrible defense. Is what they are for sure.
Like the Panthers are almost like the Falcons. I can't read them at all. They'll suffer a blowout 40-point loss to the Bills, and then they'll go ahead and sort of eke out like a squeaky win against things. It's sort of like the Falcons all over again. You know, they'll
Yeah.
beat the Bills, but then they'll get absolutely
But it's also,
smoked by the Dolphins.
it's also like the Panthers are what 5-4.
Yeah.
And,
They've got like a winning record.
And if you look at the games where they've given Rico Dowdle the ball more than like 10 times,
Mm.
they dominate those games. It's crazy. So I don't know. I'm higher on them because I say 5-4 to me is a big divider. 5-4 to 3-5-1 is a big jump. It's kind of why I had the Jags over the Cowboys as well, because the Jags, as iffy as it would have been in previous weeks, Still a 5-3 team.
I just,
You,
I don't know.
But I'm lower on them than you guys are. Apparently, I've got them at 19.
I
know,
just
like
think the Cowboys are like one or two, like a defensive piece away from being good.
yeah.
You know, and that's the
Cowboys,
thing.
yeah,
There's
they've picked
nothing
up
wrong
Quinnen
with their
Williams
offense,
there.
and they've just picked up that defensive
So
piece.
this is
I can
obviously
see.
pre-trade deadline. So yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the Cowboys put up points. They keep themselves in the games.
I think
Like it's not like it's.
That was a really poor performance against the Cardinals.
That
Really
was.
poor. So I don't know. I'll see if they bounce back, but they need to have a couple of bounce back weeks to get themselves back to 500.
Yeah.
And,
I know.
yeah,
I would
show some consistency as well.
I think I just kept them a bit higher. I think that offense can just light up on any given day, which is why I kept them up there. I think if they face teams like the Jags, like the majority of times, they'll probably come out on top. Hence why I had them ahead of the Jags in mind. But look, it could be. It's a muddle, so we don't know. Maybe 17 is too high. I thought the Texans at 22 was quite low. I really like that defense. I do think they will win more football games before the end.
I couldn't move them up because of because they lost that game for one, and then you get the Stroud injury on top of that, and it just feels like they don't have a lot going for them. And the more injuries that they get, and the more issues that they face, you know, it's, but then again, they could go out and beat the Jags this week, and all of a sudden we're rethinking the whole. That's why it's the muddle. We're rethinking that whole middle section.
Like that whole section
probably,
that whole section could change like that.
And but just the Packers out of the top 10. You agree, guys?
I've got them right on 10. I didn't I moved them down, but I didn't. Again, I took a beat. I was like, okay, it's the second. We were told it was a trap game.
Yeah.
I wish I had the commenter's name, but we were told. Yeah, but we were told by a lovely commenter on one of our shorts during the week that that this is a trap game for the Packers because of the way it's sandwiched between two big games.
What a call that was as well. What a call.
And if you look at the two games they've lost, it's been really poor offensive performances. And Jordan Love, we know, can just go blow hot and cold, so he can do that where he was throwing interceptable passes almost like half the time against the Panthers by the looks of it. But he can go out the next week and throw 4 or 5 touchdowns, and all of a sudden you forget all about that. If they go and beat the Eagles, all of a sudden again we're rethinking the entire top 10.
He seems to be a man for prime time.
Yeah, so
he doesn't like a 6 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, so watch out for him against the Eagles.
He lost at 6 o'clock against the Browns. He lost at 6 o'clock against the Panthers.
Because nobody's watching.
Don't play Jordan Love.
Is he the reverse Kirk Cousins?
Is the reverse Kirk Cousins? Yeah, when he's not in prime time.
When he's not in prime time, he's electric.
His prime time figures for like Sunday Night Football are pretty phenomenal.
Jordan loves the prime time.
He loves prime time. He has thrown no interceptions in his last 5 prime time games on Sunday night. Anyway,
good fact. Always one for a fact.
Yeah, I love a good fact, guys. I love a good fact. Anyway, bottom 10, race through them. And honourable mentions after in that. The Cardinals coming in at number 23. Number 24, the New York Giants sliding down. Number 25, the Bengals sliding down again as well. Number 26, we'll talk about this, the Browns up at number 26, and I'm staring at Thomas for a reason. Number 20.
Did you put them, Thomas?
Number 27 is the Commanders. They went way down. I think they went down 7 spots from last week, from 20 to 27. And we'll chat about why as well. The Dolphins at number 28. The New York Jets, New York's finest, at number 29, and will be climbing after this weekend as well. Number 30, the Raiders raising 1 spot. The Saints at number 31 going down 1 spot. And we were all in agreement, all with the number 32 spot in our power rankings is the Tennessee Titans. So any poor Titans fans watching this, we do apologise, but I think you would agree.
Now, the bottom 10 for me was easier this week. I barely moved anybody. I gave the Raiders a bump despite the fact they lost just because
it was so close.
It was
so close, yeah.
Having your best weapon come back and have him look like an elite level player.
And Genty had an okay game as well. Like, he had about 20 points fancy wise. I don't know what he did.
I was going to say I don't
Don't know what he did.
remember
I
stats.
don't remember actually what he did, but 20 points, you don't get that for nothing.
Yeah, and that's against like the Jags' run defense is actually decent. So yeah, no, that's good. The Dolphins could be lower. We'll see what the Dolphins do this week, but they're hard to place because they had a big win against the Falcons, and then they just fell off a cliff.
Yeah, you just can't
Ravens.
beat
So.
I'm just like comparing it between the Dolphins and the Jets. I kind of looking to see like who's going to have more wins at the end of the season, and I think the Dolphins edge it by like a win or 2 wins. Like that's why I would
And those
have
2
them
wins,
above.
those 2
It's
wins.
the same for the Raiders as well. I
I
think.
feel good about the Jets at 31 though. In my rankings, especially after the trade deadline fire sale that they had.
Yeah, the Jets are tanking now. They're just
No. We got this weekend.
The Jets
We got
a
this.
couple of years ago when Sauce Gardner was going to the Pro Bowl and that defense was elite. We were talking about that defense just being like the next big thing, and then all of a sudden, like a couple of years later, we're losing Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, and the defense is nowhere to be seen.
Rebuild 5-year plan. You'd like a good 5-year plan as well.
I love a 5-year plan, but a 5-year plan doesn't get you climbing up the power
We've
rankings
got
this year.
we've got a running back that can throw a ball as well. So like we're fine. We're
I
grand.
haven't seen ETN throw the ball, but I'll check it out.
I'm just laughing here because I'm on the pick'em at the minute, and not joking. About 10 minutes ago, 53% of people had the Jets winning against the Browns. It's now 55% of the Browns. Everybody is seeing the trades that are happening at the minute and saying there's no
where
way
did Thomas
this
have
Jets
the-
team's going to win.
Where did
Yeah, where
Thomas
do I
have the
have
Browns?
the Browns? I forgot that. Yeah, where do I have the Browns, Adam?
Thomas had the Browns at 23. Just to
You
let
had
you
them
know,
over the Texans,
he had them over the Texans and over the Cardinals.
and you had the Jets at 26.
He had the Jets at 26, which I actually quite like.
I just think I think there's worse teams than the Jets.
I'm
And the
being
Commanders down at
realistic, but-
28. It's just trying to work out where that Commanders team is going.
Well, it's going downhill. It's got nothing. It's got no run game.
I
It's just
think
lost
you-
its it's just lost its star QB, and that's going to be out for the season as well. That elbow injury. He's not coming back this year.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
You know, they've lost that Terry McLaurin's got injured, but do you really want to bring him back for this season if like you're not really playing for anything? You know, you lost Luke McCaffrey, your defense is in shambles. You're just like,
It's sad.
how
isn't
do you
it?
how do you motivate your team to do it? Like, it's like, how are you motivating the Giants at the moment? Like,
But like the Commanders, all the talk in
Yeah.
the preseason was them usurping the Eagles.
Yeah.
They had a fantastic year last year. Their defense looked really good. Jaden Daniels obviously looked great. You get McLaurin signed to that big contract, and then all of a sudden, just like it all goes. The
Like,
defense is nowhere to be seen.
everybody was excited about that division a little bit this year because it actually looked like it could have been a good competitive division.
Yeah,
What I will say about that bottom 10 is I can see 9 of them staying there for the rest of the rest of the season.
Yeah.
The Jets will obviously rise out of it.
good rise. Yeah,
Jokes. We're probably staying down there. I would say the Cardinals in the next few weeks. It depends what they do against Seattle. They only lost by 3 points against Seattle the last time we played.
And then also, if
There's an opportunity
you know,
there.
if they're
divisional game.
keeping Brissett and Brissett's looking hot and Brissett's actually throwing the ball well, and that's going to open up the running game a bit more, and maybe we actually get Bam Knight actually performing the way we're overhyping him. You know, this actually could be a resurgence
every
of the
time I
Cardinals.
hear that name, it's just like, oh, someone's eyes.
Like they've got weapons.
It's like a what was that blast from the Spice Weasel in Futurama? Bam.
You could, I think you could see the Cardinals rise out of that pretty quickly. The other 9 teams, as Thomas alluded to, the Giants are on a downward spiral. The Commanders probably aren't coming out of that anytime soon, and unless my bold prediction about the Jets being a top 10 power ranking side by the end of the season, running the table, it's probably not going to change much.
Yeah.
Any disagreements there, guys?
No, not really. No, it's gonna be tough to see any of those teams climb out. That's what I say. Like the bottom 10 for me was really easy this
Not
week.
a-
I tended just I kept most of them the same.
There are a lot of bad sides in the NFL this year.
And
a lot
the
of really bad
Saints,
sides.
the Saints, as I say, they're tumbling really fast. There was talk like they could kind of be tanking for a first overall
And you
pick
still have them above the Jets in your power
because they haven't fully tanked yet.
Yeah,
The
the
wheels
Jets,
have not
Adam,
come off
the,
completely.
the,
you think we're
Jets,
fully tanking? Probably are.
Adam, the Jets are tanking. I mean, they've just got rid of all their best players.
See, whenever
know.
we go and put a 40 burger on the Browns.
If
Yes,
you,
Matthew.
You didn't quite put a 40 burger on the Bengals. You were just shy.
Yeah.
so
If
close.
you-
I have a 40 burger.
Adam, if you put a 40 burger on the Browns, I will put the Jets in my top 10 in power rankings next week.
that's
You
a
heard it
good-
there.
If you
Our
put
power rankings could be very skewed next week.
yeah.
but
the number 31
right-
team
right
beat
enough,
the
if you went-
38th team or 28th team, you know.
But
They
if they
come
went
up to
out
the
and
ball.
beat them like 40 points to 6 or something. Wouldn't
I'd
that just
put-
be awesome?
I would honestly, they'd be close to top 20 for me if they put 40 points on the Browns. But top 10,
Top
Yes,
10 if
yes,
they,
please.
That's
40
unbelievable.
yeah, more than 40
I
points.
think Nathan's almost just shaking
Yeah.
his head.
Yeah.
More than
What's
40
going on
points,
here?
and they're
The
going in the
Browns
top
have a
10.
great defense.
But yeah, not many teams going to rise to
No.
the model in there. But yeah, anyway, that's our power rankings for through week 9, guys. Going into week 10. Let's see how much it changes.
That's fair enough. That's fair
Nailed it.
enough. We can kind of we'll get our game picks and stuff put up in our chat this week and see how we get on. But we've already discussed the games to death.
Yeah,
this show
that's
as well.
fine.
So we're I think we're pretty well sorted there, pretty well up to date.
Everybody's picking the Jets to beat the Browns game pick. Yeah.
Just kind of like a PSA to everybody watching. Like we're trying to do the start sets slightly differently. So if you do have questions, start set wise, do comment at the bottom of the videos, and we'll discuss those. We'll see what kind of start sets, or if you want more streaming kind of options or anything like that, any injury kind of advice, then just fire those questions in. We can have a look at it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So yeah, thanks. That was it.
Thanks very much.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
Thanks, guys.